as the Spurs win the tip. And they have it going right to left. 50th anniversary logo at midcourt. Johnson taking it in the lane. Twist one up, no good. Rebounded by Royce O'Neal. And Simmons into the front corner the right way. Simmons backing down Sochan. Turns, right hook, and he banked it in. So there's Ben Simmons right away. Heard us talking about him in the pregame.
Good sign. He got deep post position that time, and he pivoted away from Pirtle.
Romeo Langford will back it out to Sochan. Rodman-esque taking it to the rim. Missed it, but Pirtle there to tip it in.
Well, Claxton didn't reject it, and you're vulnerable when your big man doesn't get the rejection.
Now Simmons colliding with Sochan on the other end of the floor.
Now, Sohan's got a look.
Foul is called on Sochan.
It's got the Rodman kind of modern Rodman, different hair and the look.
Yeah, wear number 10. A rebounder gets under your skin. Here's Simmons working into him. Twists one up, it won't fall. Rebounded by Pirtle for the Spurs. Head of the right wing of Trey Jones. Veers to the foul line, backing out for Pirtle. Working right, runs over Simmons. Ball knocked out of bounds. No call, but a foul not called, but it'll be San Antonio ball.
Nice to notice Ben Simmons right away, though. Going after it aggressively on offense. Almost threw a charge right there. Matched up with Pirtle defensively.
Trey Jones inbounding, out top for Pirtle behind the arc of the right wing. Pirtle not a threat to shoot from behind the arc as a big man, not a stretch guy. Smith moves across for the left for Johnson. Three on the way is good for Keldon Johnson. 5-2 Spurs. Minute 15 gone. Ben Simmons into the front court. Comes right. Moves it to Claxton, working down the lane around Pirtle with a hook. It won't go. Sochan with a rebound. Ahead to Trey Jones. Jones just inside the arc of the right wing. Back it out for Pirtle. Hands left. Langford drives it left. Baseline. Bumps. Finds Pirtle going in the lane. He got stripped and fouled by Nick Claxton.
Energetic start to this game by the Spurs. Good ball movement that time. The Spurs and Popovich, the inventor of the 0.5 rule. You hold the ball longer, half a second, 0.5. And don't look over to the bench where you flip over because they're coming out.
Electric shock or something?
I don't know.
Pirtle's free throw is missed. Malcolm Pirtle just a 59% free throw shooter.
Popovich just talking with officials right now. It doesn't seem like they're talking again. Dinner, dining,
wine pairing.
Pirtle
missed the free throw. Rebounded though by Sochan. He'll back it out now to Johnson. Moves it left. Langford run off the line, across the lane, into black paint with a leaner, no good, and a rebound ripped down in traffic by Nick Claxton. The outlet hit Harris in the back. He's able to save it, and now Simmons in the front court. Gives back for Claxton. Hands O'Neal. Left side it goes for Curry. Curry finds Simmons, and he turns and bumps with Johnson, and a foul on Keldon Johnson. So Ben Simmons has drawn a couple of fouls here in the early going against the Spurs.
That's a sign of aggression, right? You want to see it, but how long can he sustain it? Like he's gotten better, but you want more from Ben Simmons, let's be honest.
Out of the right wing, Curry had it deflected away by Trey Jones, and last touch by Curry. So the Nets took it over.
Well, Jacques Vaughn told us in the pregame interview that you had, he's going to play a lot of people, and playing hard is the point of emphasis. So don't be surprised if this doesn't get better. Guys start coming out.
Trey Jones out of Duke, moves it left for Langford. The skip pass to a jumping Sochan. Right of the lane, moves into the lane. Dotted line fadeaway, rolls in for Jeremy Sochan at a Baylor. 7-2 Spurs.
Got to give me the description on his hair when you get a chance.
He's been copying Rodman a lot. He's got a blonde haircut, but he's got some color just dotted in it. Here's Curry working left, getting all the way to the rim. Blocked away by Pirtle out of bounds. It remains Spurs ball. Pirtle, a terrific rim protector. A lot of talk about Pirtle possibly being on the move, but the Spurs kind of denying
that, saying no, we like them too much.
Maybe a little posturing. That's good. Here's Simmons trying to work it to Sochan, lost it out of bounds, and it belongs to the Spurs as the Nets took it over.
Certainly not the type of start you want if you're the Nets, coming off a couple tough losses.
Looking at Sochan's hair now closer, it looks like he's got a little multicolored starfish.
shots.
Or maybe they're just stars. Hurdle out to Sohan, gives it up. Keldon Johnson, right side three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Claxton.
Too open, though, is Keldon Johnson on that shot. That's got to get closer to contest.
Simmons drives and kicks it up top. O'Neal a three. That's short. Rebounded by Keldon Johnson. It's a 1 for 5 from the floor. Langford, left side three. No good. Rebound deflected back. Langford's got it to the foul line. Out to Sohan. Leaves it behind for Langford. Moves into the corner. Trey Jones for three. It's no good. Too strong. Long rebound. Run down by Curry. Up the right wing. Into the front court for Brooklyn. Curry cut off by Sohan. Moves it out top. Simmons has it. Back to Curry on the right wing. Curry. Sohan on him defensively. Curls around him, top of the key. Feeds Simmons, rolling inside. Does a little rondo into a hook that's no good. Rebounded by Langford.
Gotta finish that. He's right at the rim.
8-10 of the first, 7-2 Spurs. Sohan down the lane. The layup good, and he got fouled. And Jeremy Sohan will go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
I know it's just the beginning of the game, but that's a swing play right there for a Spurs team, a young team, looking to get some confidence in the game. Not missing a bunny on one end and then allowing Sohan to get to the rim on the other. It's a potential 5-point swing, and the one-handed Sohan free throw goes down.
Yeah, he really struggled with his free throw shooting early on. He changed his routine where he has almost his arm locked against his side and shoots them one-handed, and he's made them at a 70% clip in the last 14 games. There's Harris. Moves it left. Simmons has it left in the lane, and he travels. Nets down 10-2. It's 7:53 to go in the first.
Yeah, Jock Vaughn, calm, cool, positive. He'll feel like he's going to be tested in this one.
Hurdles pass inside, intercepted by Simmons. Nets into the front court. Taking it right on the lane, all the way to the rim. Missed the runner, rebounded by Claxton. Claxton follows it up off glass, and it's good for Nick Claxton.
We talked about Simmons being more aggressive, getting more offensive opportunities. Nick Claxton should get him tonight also.
Sohan on the other end, right on the lane, working against Harris. Draws a double, out to Jones. He'll shoot a three. It's no good. Rebound secured by Claxton.
A lot of open shots for the Spurs.
Pass ahead, intended for O'Neal, intercepted by Keldon Johnson. Yeah, luckily the Spurs aren't making him either. Now low Pirtle, spinning at the rim. And a right-hand scoop off the window is good over Claxton, and the Nets need a timeout. 7:08 remaining in the first. Spurs 12 and the Nets 4. Back to San Antonio after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Searching for ways to save energy and make your home more comfortable? National Grid, a proud partner of the Brooklyn Nets, is here to help. It all starts by wrapping your home with layers of comfort and savings to keep extreme temperatures out and savings in. From replacement windows to air sealing and insulation, we have exclusive rebates available to help weatherize your home. It's all part of our Total Home Comfort program. Learn more at ngrid.com/EE.
If you drove a 2023 Nissan Rogue with available all-wheel drive and 5 drive modes, going out for dinner with the family could take you to the great outdoors. But in a basic SUV, family outings might be a little predictable.
Welcome to Basic Town Burgers, home of the Basic Town Burger.
So why settle for ordinary? You could satisfy your taste for adventure. The Nissan Rogue. Far from basic.
Get 1.9% APR financing for 36 months on Rogue. Availability is limited. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. For well-qualified buyers, 1.9% APR financing for 36 months available on new 2023 Rogue when financed through NMAC. Must take delivery from new dealer stock. Example, 36 months financing at $2,860 a month per $1,000 financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions. Subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect price set by dealer. Dealer sets actual price. Contact dealer for details. Offer ends 1/31/23.
From the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities.
New Jersey homeowners, you could save hundreds of dollars. New Jersey business owners, you could save even more. Best of all, you can save the planet too. Hi, I'm Chloe, your guide to New Jersey's Clean Energy Program, letting you know about rebates on energy-efficient appliances, electric vehicles, and more. And incentives for commercial projects and energy assessments that can mean lots more green for your business. Let's light our way to a cleaner future. Visit njcleanenergy.com or call 1-866-NJ-SMART.
G'day, this is Paddy Mills, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets Basketball with Chris and the Kappa on the Fan.
Vote the Brooklyn way and send your favorite Nets to the 2023 NBA All-Star Game. Head to brooklynnets.com/all-star to vote now. Support the squad and send your Nets to Salt Lake City. Nets down 12-4 early. 7:08 to go in the first. Playing without Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Just 2 of 8 from the floor. And 4 turnovers in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, 4 turnovers, and the Spurs just look quicker to the ball, moving the ball quicker. Nets got to sharpen up right now.
Nets in white going left to right. Curry, Harris, O'Neal, Simmons, and Claxton, the starting 5 remaining on the floor. Curry with it, moves it left, Claxton behind the arc on the left. Dumps down low to Simmons. Played by Sohan. 20 feet from the basket. Finds a cutter, it's Harris. Working inside, and he turns it over. There's number 5. A steal by the Spurs into the front court, Jones. Working through the defense, twisting up a shot that's no good. Curry with a rebound for Brooklyn. Pass ahead to Simmons into the front court. Works right down the lane into the chest of Pirtle, and a leaning layup is good for Ben Simmons.
Good, he finished that. He would have been frustrated. He missed the 3 in a row after converting in the opening attack of the basket.
Spurs a 12-6 lead, 6:25 to go in the first. Keldon Johnson up top, moves it right. Trey Jones has it. Breaking the arc on the right wing near the Spurs bench. A couple of dribbles to his left, goes down low to Pirtle. Spins inside, comes under the rim, and a reverse layup is good for Jakob Pirtle.
Pirtle had Royce O'Neal on him, and nobody ever got Royce O'Neal off of him with the scram switch.
14-6 Spurs, midway through the first. Curry, left corner, high arcing 3. No good, Pirtle with a rebound. Ahead now, Trey Jones works into the paint, comes out the right side, gives to Pirtle. A runner from the foul line, no good. Rebounded by Claxton. The outlet stolen by Keldon Johnson. Spurs still with it. Trey Jones attacking in the lane, runs into Claxton. It won't fall. Loose ball picked up by the Nets. They're moving with numbers. Simmons in the front court. Around Pirtle, going to the rim, missed the finish. Spurs the other way. Pirtle in transition. Hands to Johnson. Down the lane. Runs into Claxton. And 1 on the bucket. He banked it in. And a foul is called. And Keldon Johnson will go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play as the Spurs are just outplaying the Nets in San Antonio.
And running them and getting it. And the Nets are careless with the basketball. And again, another swing play where a play had been finished at the rim by Ben Simmons on one end. And the Spurs are able to sprint it down back the other and have a chance for a 3-point play. This is the second I call it swing plays when you miss the easy 2 on one end, and now they got a chance for 3 on the other. It's the second time it's happened in the basically first 6 minutes of this game. Second foul by Claxton is big.
He sits down as that free throw is good. 17-6 San Antonio. Nets 3 for 11 from the floor. Patty Mills comes in with Day'Ron Sharpe now. Watanabe, Curry, and O'Neal. Sharpe hands up top for O'Neal. Coming left on a short screen. Working left down the lane, going to the paint with a right-hand flip from the left side of the rim, and it's good for Royce O'Neal.
Excellent job getting the other side of the rim. Took Pirtle a little bit away from his shot blocking ability.
Spurs a 17-8 lead. Under 5 minutes to go in the first. Sohan spinning, left elbow. They'll back it out to Keldon Johnson. Takes it left, spins back right, muscling Watanabe inside. Missed the leaner, rebounded by Sharpe. Sharpe had it trying to be stripping it away by the Spurs. He gets it ahead to O'Neal. Nets into the front court. Cross to the left. Curry's got it. A 3 on the way. No good. Rebounded by Pirtle. San Antonio in the black going right to left. They lead 17-8. 4.5 to go in the first. Josh Richardson of the game. Top of the key for the Spurs. Down low to Pirtle. Good position. Turn around hook, and he banked it in from straight off in the middle of the paint.
The physicality and size of Pirtle is a problem right now for the Nets. He's getting deep. He's affecting both sides of the floor.
Sharpe up top, hands to O'Neal. Working right on the paint, down the lane, runs into Pirtle, missed the flip, rebounded by Sharpe. Sharpe tries to follow it, rimmed out, no good, but a foul is called against San Antonio. They'll get it on Pirtle.
Good energy by Day'Ron Sharpe that time. Excellent job. He's done a good job on the glass in his 2 minutes he's been on the floor. Hustling on the offensive backboard that time. He gets fouled. The Nets got to do something with it. Jakob Pirtle right now.
Free throw missed by Day'Ron Sharpe.
He's not David Robinson, but they're making him look like it right now.
Pirtle going to take a seat. 8 points.
With the stink face at the official saying, how is there not a call as it'll simply be Raptor ball on the baseline. He got hammered.
I'd like to see it again.
Man.
I thought the contact was more on Carter.
Yeah.
And
right,
Laura got the ball because Fred.
Floor. Net time, Dayron Sharp was matched with Richardson. That's too easy for Richardson.
TJ Warren in the game gives to Watanabe. Runner in the paint won't fall for the Nets, who can't buy one right now. 4 for 15 from the floor. Keldon Johnson front court for the Spurs. Back door to a cutter. A reverse won't fall from Malachi Branham. Here come the Nets to the front court. Curry out of the left wing. Step back left wing 3. No good. It was short. Short kept it alive, but the Spurs get the rebound. Branham on the move with the right wing. The 6'4 Branham. Back it out for Sirhan. Foul line pull-up. Rimmed in. It falls in for Jeremy Sohan.
Yeah, Sohan he's not a good deep shooter, but if he gets to 10 feet, he's got a nice touch.
Left side, Mills a pull-up. That won't go. Rebounded by San Antonio. Right to left they go. Sohan in the middle. Down the lane. Twisting shot. Won't go. Might have got a piece from Dayrod Short. TJ Warren's got it for Brooklyn. Into the front court of the left wing. With 2:50 to go in the first. Spurs a 23-9 lead. And Warren drains a foul line jumper. And now Greg Popovich wants a timeout.
Good quick screen by Dayron Sharp. Good two-man game. Those two guys playing together. But Watanabe limping a little bit right now to the sideline.
2:48 to go in the first. 23-11 Spurs. We're back after this on the Fan Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Did you know you've got McDonald's in your pocket? No, not that ketchup packet you forgot about. I'm talking about the McDonald's mobile app. Yes, you're carrying around all your McDonald's favorites, and with the app, they're only a few taps away. Download the McDonald's app today to get free medium fries with a minimum purchase of $1 when the Nets win on the road. And don't forget about that ketchup packet before Laundry Day. All for a limited time only through Nets season at participating McDonald's. Valid the day after Nets win any away game. McDonald's app download and registration required.
You've heard your friends talking about the stock market lately. Enter the market confidently with Webull, the trading app that provides new investors with educational content and learning tools right at your fingertips. Invest on your own terms with powerful resources to make informed decisions on an intuitive platform that makes it seamless. Join millions of users today, learning, sharing, and investing with the Webull app. Consider your investment risks carefully. Webull Financial, LLC.
Holiday gifts are only as good as the network they're on. So give your family the gift of Verizon. Only Verizon gives you a free 5G phone with select trade-in and select 5G unlimited plans, and another gift like a tablet, smartwatch, and earbuds. All on us. A service plan is required for gifts. Only on the network America relies on. Verizon. 5G phone up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with new or upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for offer details.
No one works harder to improve the health of Brooklyn than Maimonides Health.
It's my go-to.
With 3 hospitals, 90 convenient locations, and over 1,800 doctors, Maimonides is more than a medical center.
It's my confidence.
Whether you have an everyday health need or seek expertise from a specialist at our Centers of Excellence, Maimonides will always provide the best possible care for the people of Brooklyn.
My home.
My choice.
Maimonides.
Hey, this is Nick Claxton, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM in the Odyssey app.
Net fans with Grubhub, you'll always have home court advantage. Grubhub has all your game day favorites. Go for Grubhub to get anything you crave. Nets down right now, 23-11, with 2:48 to go in the first quarter, playing without Kyrie Irving, a late scratch because of a sore calf, and their third game without Kevin Durant since the injury to his knee in Miami.
Spurs ranked 30th in the NBA in defense in basically every category, and the Nets only with 11 points so far.
Branham at the top of the key for San Antonio out of Ohio State, 20th pick this year in the draft. Gives it Richardson, curls into the paint. A foul is called here against the Nets. That is their 4th team foul. Side of the bounds here for San Antonio. Spurs inbound. Doug McDermott in the game. Left side of Richardson, down low to Collins. Collins left of the lane. Zach Collins goes spinning and then stripped by Day'Ron Sharp. Scooped up by the Nets. Edmund Sumner in the game. Feeds Sharp out of the lane. Stops. Turns. Cut off by Collins. Pass to the wing. Intercepted by McDermott. The 7th net turnover here in the first quarter.
Against the worst defensive team in the NBA.
Collins out of the right wing to Richardson. Keldon Johnson wants it and gets it out of the right side. Straddling the arc against TJ Warren. Triple stop, he hands back. Richardson a three, and it's in and out, no good. Rebound to Sharp. Under 2 minutes to go in the first. Nets down 23-11. Mills up top on a high screen from Sharp. Pulls up, 20-footer. Is no good for the former Spur. Long rebound comes out to Zach Collins for San Antonio. Up the right wing, Branham taking it all the way to the rim, bumping and scoring on a layup.
Physical finish. That was impressive. Big steps, strong move.
Malachi Branham out of St. Vincent St. Mary from Akron, the same place as LeBron James. Patty Mills now up top for the Nets. Gives it up left wing Warren. Works the top of the key. A runner from just outside the foul line. It's good for TJ Warren.
If they're playing drop defense like that, TJ Warren's got to get a lot of ball screens and make a living in the foul line area.
Minute 10 to go in the first. 25-13 San Antonio. Branham moving left. Cuts right. Foul line. Dotted line. Down the lane. Going to the rim. Denied by Sharp. It's scooped up by Warren. Nets controlled under a minute to go. They're down by 12. Warren taking it left. In the lane with a runner. No good, but he got knocked to the ground and fouled. Foul against the Spurs here. They'll get it on Branham.
Yes, the scoring ability of TJ Warren is incredibly important this evening. One of the reasons why the Nets haven't looked sharp at times offensively, in my opinion, is that they are so used to obviously having Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. But think about, as Warren makes that free throw, you don't necessarily have to run that many options with your plays. What you're doing is basically doing something quick, getting them the ball, and getting out of their way. Now when you don't have that, they don't have the sets and the movement in their offense that helps out the other players on the floor.
Free throw is good by TJ Warren. 50 seconds to go in the first. 25-15 San Antonio. Spurs with it in the front court. Branham out on the left side of McDermott. Doug McDermott switched up with Claxton on him. Claxton back in the game with 2 fouls. Trey Jones handling up top with 4 to shoot. Comes left, sends it left for Branham's 3. No good. Weak side rebound. Collins gets some space and lays it up and in. Muscling his way inside. Zach Collins in his first bucket. 27-15 San Antonio. 3-second difference shot to game clock as we wind down the first quarter.
Unacceptable that time. Zach Collins coming in for that rebound. Nets have been out-hustled and outplayed this first quarter.
Edmund Sumner, edge of the 50th anniversary logo at Detroit, takes it down the lane. Leaves it to Claxton outside of Warren. Warren pushes off. Foul line fadeaway. Rolls off. No good. Rebound deflected ahead. 2 seconds to go. Spurs with it. Richardson will not get a shot off in time. And the first quarter comes to an end. The Nets are outscored 27-15 in the first quarter. Shot just 28% from the floor. 0 for 4 from 3. Second quarter coming up from San Antonio right after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Town Fair Tire became New England's #1 discount tire dealer by giving you the absolute lowest prices guaranteed. And with over 100 stores from Connecticut to Maine, we'll beat anybody's price. Other dealers, we beat them. Warehouse clubs, we beat them. Online sites, we beat them all every day. So remember, for the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Of course I know how to make Parmesan crusted salmon. It'll be the best you've ever had. See you tonight.
You know you can't cook.
I know.
Even boiling water is a struggle for you.
Ugh, I know.
What were you thinking?
I wasn't. What am I going to do?
Oh, honey, just go for Grubhub and tell him the truth.
You make it sound so easy.
Yeah, it is. The food will arrive before he does, and he'll be so impressed with your ordering skills that all will be forgiven.
I think you're onto something.
I am. Go for date night deliciousness. Go for Grubhub. Download the Grubhub app today.
Are you the type of person who always expects a little more out of life? Then it might be time for a new Kia Telluride X Pro. With its redesigned grille, headlamps, and trim, this SUV is stylish enough to stand out in any setting. With its high-end tech and available surround view monitor, it's equipped to make your life easier in all different ways. With its class-leading cabin room and available second-row captain's chairs, it's comfortable enough to have you always dreaming of your next excursion. And with its high ground clearance and upgraded traction control system, it's rugged and capable enough that the trip doesn't have to end when the pavement does. With all of these premium updates and more, there's no doubt the Telluride X Pro can take you beyond your expectations and beyond that. The new Kia Telluride X Pro. Welcome to a new elevation. To learn more, visit kia.com/Telluride today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Quantities limited. Cabin space claim based on a comparison of mid-sized SUV class segmentation using manufacturer supplied data as of September 2022. Surround view monitor may not display all objects around the vehicle. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely and use caution.
Hi, this is Joe Harris, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
Well, right before the game, the Nets found out that Kyrie Irving would not be available because of a sore calf. Already without Kevin Durant, and the Nets struggle scoring just 15 points in the first quarter against the worst defensive team in the NBA.
7 turnovers.
27-15 San Antonio. As we get started the second, Edmund Sumner in the front court on the left side now. Mills back to Sumner. Drives right, cuts back left, leaves it off for Claxton. Bumps inside with Collins. Shot missed, rebounded by San Antonio. Trey Jones into the front court. The 6'1 guard out of Apple Valley, Minnesota. A star at Duke. Brother Tyus plays with Memphis. Comes down low to Collins. Collins right in the lane. Spins up a hook over Claxton, but a foul is called on Nick, and that's the third foul on Claxton.
It's got to be smarter than that. Just have verticality.
Collins shooting two.
Be the second jumper, but the quick spin move of Zach Collins has been impressive in the post. Spurs aren't afraid to play power ball against this net lineup. Hurdle early was getting it on the block. Different guys have finished at the rim.
Free throw is good for Zach Collins. We get Cam Thomas coming into the game now, replacing Patty Mills. And Markieff Morris will check into the game now for Brooklyn.
Going deep into the bench. Well,
we thought that would happen.
That's what Jacques Vaughn said to you in your pregame interview.
So Simmons is the lone starter with Warren, Sumner, Morris, and Thomas. Free throw good by Collins. 29-15 San Antonio. 11:24 to go in the second. Pass up top, nearly stolen. Run down, though, by Simmons. Back it out for Cam Thomas. Neon green sneakers, working left in the black paint. Up and under, jump pass across to Morris. Open in the right corner for a three. No good, rebounded by Collins. Nets are 0 for 5 from behind the arc. Richardson right wing. McDermott run off the line. Poke loose. Then deflects off the shin of Morris. But last touch by McDermott out of bounds would be net ball.
And both teams have combined 1 for 12 from 3. Spurs 1 of 7.
Not going to win any blue ribbons at the state fair there, Trapper.
Oh, yeah. Or the rodeo down here.
And up top, T.J. Warren, top of the key, gives right for Sumner. Do they have shooting contests at the rodeo?
No.
Here's Warren. Back it out to Morris.
Maybe they do.
In the paint, back door to a wide open Simmons in a two-hand slam.
Nice poise in the traffic that time by Markieff Morris. Kept his head up, controlled, and delivered.
29-17 San Antonio. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Zach Collins, top of the key. Coming off 3 injury-plagued seasons in Portland. We'll back it out now to McDermott. Working left, gets a seam, going to the rim, laid it up. No good, come off the front of the rim, rebounded by Simmons. Simmons on it over to the front court. Gives right. Morris juggled it. Gathers. Collins recovers defensively. Morris jump pass to a cutting Sumner. Turn around, hook in the lane, won't fall. Knocked to the ground, no call. Spurs on the move. McDermott. Pass ahead Jones. Driving it inside and spins up a layup. It's good for Trey Jones.
Taking chances that time at lunging for the ball and then allowing the 10th fast break point of the game for the Spurs. The transition defense is a high priority. Nets got to get back and get settled.
14-point lead for San Antonio. matching their largest of the game. 9:40 to go in the second. Sumner left of the lanes, taking it all the way to the rim, and he scores with a driving layup for Edmund Sumner.
Again, the Spurs are in drop defense with their big men. They're not switching out. A guy like Cam Thomas could get a ball screen up top and shoot 15-footers all night.
Richardson left side for the Spurs. Step back, left wing three is in and out, no good. Rebound grab by Simmons. Pass ahead to Sumner, up the right wing. Sumner, quick drive, quick flip with the ball, won't fall, but he got fouled. Sumner, he'll shoot two.
Sumner had a tough night the other day against Oklahoma City Thunder. Expected a lot from him. He started the game, had good energy, was having a burst, was getting to the paint. Just had some turnovers, got in foul trouble. He's important, though. This group needs somebody to, they call it shell defense. When you're playing around the different guys, all the help defenders, it's a shell. So you got to have a guy to crack the shell sometimes. You got to get into the paint, and that's something he can do.
Free throw is good. Second on the way is good as well. 31-21 San Antonio. 9:10 to go in the second quarter. Left side, Richardson to the Spurs. Works through the paint, pick it up top for Trey Jones. Gives to Collins the foul line. Back door to McDermott. Touches it out to Langford to the corner for three. It's no good. And rebounded by Simmons.
Nets are fortunate the Spurs team doesn't shoot well enough. They've had some open looks.
Here's Edmund Sumner out of the right wing. Crossover, drives it left, draws a crowd. Beats Simmons in the paint. Bumping with Collins and a foul on Zach Collins.
Good job by Edmund Sumner that time. Again, he got into the teeth of the defense, collapsed it, and gave Ben Simmons an advantage to get fouled.
Stanley Johnson coming in for the first time, replacing Josh Richardson now for San Antonio. For Greg Popovich, the longest tenured coach with one team in all the major sports. Warren left in the lane, a runner won't fall, rebounded by Collins. Pass ahead now to Stanley Johnson out of Arizona. Hands back, McDermott, a 20-footer won't go. Rebounded on the floor, taken by Morris. Nets front court, Sumner attacking. Bumping with McDermott. Right-hand flip off the window is good, and the Spurs want a timeout as the Nets have cut into this 14-point lead. It's now down to 8.
Desperate from some sort of energy from somebody. The Nets finally get something from Edmund Sumner, who's been able to attack and make plays.
8:20 to go in the second. 31-23 Spurs on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace.
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Hydrate with Brooklyn Nets Sports Water. Nets fans can show their team pride with Nets Sports Water, a high-quality, superior water beverage for fans with an active and healthy lifestyle. Whether it's quenching your thirst after a big game or taking a sip while you're on the go, let Nets Sports Water be your go-to for hydration. Now available in our sustainable, eco-friendly aluminum bottle. Refill and rep the Nets as you help contribute to a more sustainable future. Find Nets Sports Water at Barclays Center or shop online at GoWaterCo.com.
Holiday gifts are only as good as the network they're on. So give your family the gift of Verizon. Only Verizon gives you a free 5G phone with select trade-in and select 5G unlimited plans, and another gift, like a tablet, smartwatch, and earbuds, all on us. A service plan is required for gifts, only on the network America relies on. Verizon. 5G phone, up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with new or upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for other details.
All around the world.
Oh yeah, it's Globetrotter game time. Get ready for the Harlem Globetrotters 2023 World Tour. Presented by Jersey Mike Subs. All new, non-stop action, amazing basketball skills, 4-point shots, high-flying dunks, and more. Get tickets for the whole family, where you can be part of the action. Don't miss the Harlem Globetrotters at Barclays Center on February 19th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com.
What up, this is Kevin Durant, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball with Chris and the Capper on the Fan.
Hey, Net fans, on and off the court, knowing when to take the shot is key. Have you got your updated COVID-19 booster shot yet? The one designed for recent Omicron variants? Check your eligibility and schedule at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech. 31-23 San Antonio, 8:20 to go in the second quarter. It's actually the good news for the Nets. They've cut the lead to 8.
Yeah, no, and they had some sort of offense going that forced the timeout.
Trey Jones into the front court for San Antonio in the black. Moving right to left. Nets are all in white. McDermott up top for Johnson. Stanley Johnson, top of the key. Lost the handle. Scooped up by Warren. Nets on the move. Left to right. Warren in the lane. Runner from inside. The foul line is good. TJ Warren's got 8 points. That leads the Nets tonight. Nets on an 8-0 run to cut the lead to 6. Trey Jones turned aside on the left wing to Johnson. Hands back McDermott. Collides with Sumner. And a foul on Edmund Sumner. The Nets playing without Irving and Durant. Lacking energy early. Lucky they're playing a team that is in rebuild mode.
Well, Nets getting a lot of guys an opportunity, Jacques Vaughn is. Who's going to step up and play and earn some minutes tonight?
McDermott inbounds to Sohan. Sohan at the top of the key to the right elbow with a pull-up jumper, and it rimmed in and out. No good. Rebounded by the Nets. Sumner ahead now. Simmons leaves it behind to Warren, top of the arc. Come out of Simmons' screen. Elbow jumper is good for T.J. Warren, who's got 10.
And again, the Spurs are back. Pirtle is back. That shot is available for a guy like T.J. Warren. He could have a field day.
First player in the game to double figures, T.J. Warren. Right side, Sohan's open. He'll shoot a 3, and it's good. Jeremy Sohan, only a 20% three-point shooter, and that's his 77th attempt. Only his 16th make.
T.J. Warren got leveled by a Pirtle screen also.
Simmons hard, driving into Pirtle. He pushed off, and an offensive foul on Ben Simmons. First personal against Ben. 7:04 to go in the second. 34-27 San Antonio.
When Simmons attacks, he's always looking to get to his right hand, and Pirtle knew that and was able to anticipate.
Langford gives down low to Sohan, left in the lane. Sumner got laid out by Pirtle on a screen and a foul here against Pirtle.
That's the second possession in a row. He wiped out T.J. Warren in the last one. I mean, he's not doing anything illegal, but he's just a wall.
Well, that one got called for
Yeah, well,
foul.
that's a foul.
Even though Greg Popovich does not think it was a foul. Pirtle was moving into Sumner, but I think he was arguing he was just moving. Sumner ran into him.
It wasn't a flop, though. He went down legit.
Sumner gives it up, top of the arc. Simmons hands to Warren, coming right. Step back left inside with a right-hand scoop, and it's good for T.J. Warren.
He's going to get an awful lot of opportunities to put up points tonight.
5-point lead for the Spurs. They've led by as much as 14. McDermott turns into a 3. It won't fall. Rebounded by Simmons. 6.5 to go in the second. Simmons on the move. Gives to Warren. Got run into in the lane. Knocked to the ground. And a foul is called. It'll put T.J. Warren at the free throw line. So T.J. Warren coming off the bench. And leading this net team back against the Spurs.
Well, they didn't have any offense going, and so you're going to go to Warren regardless, but he is exactly what you prescribed in a night like this. You know, the Nets were really struggling, and his scoring ability coming up big right now, especially with the Nets not making any threes yet.
Warren, an 81% free throw shooter, makes the first. T.J. Warren, 29 years old, a former 14th pick overall back in 2014 out of NC State, where he was the ACC Player of the Year. Free throw is good for Tony Jr. His father, Tony, also played at NC State. Nets on a 14-3 run. 6:18 to go in the second. 34-31. Spurs still have the lead. Collins left elbow. Feeds a cutter. McDermott, a two-hand slam. Great pass on the high post by Zach Collins.
And a little back cut, fundamental backdoor cut by McDermott. That was a beautiful delivery.
McDermott of Ames, Iowa. He was a teammate of Harrison Barnes in high school. That was probably a good high school team, huh?
Yeah, that was dad. His father's the coach at Creighton.
Left side, Sumner a three. It's good for Edmund Sumner. First made three of the night for Brooklyn. That was their 6th attempt.
Sumner and Warren getting it done.
And now a steal. Ball deflected away. Simmons. Pass ahead to Warren. Nets are down 2. Warren in the right corner. Played by Johnson. Feeds Morris. Right block. Fade away. No good. Rebounded by the Spurs. Front court, Stanley Johnson moves it right. Sohan's got it. They leave him open. He shoots the 3, and he knocks it down. A 20% three-point shooter has made both of his attempts here.
And talking some junk with Markieff Morris going back down the floor.
Oh, daring him to shoot.
Oh, yeah, that triple dog there.
Yeah, and he made him. Here's Simmons out of the left side. Morris runs into Sohan. They go down now, have to be separated. Well, Sohan is one of those guys that gets under your skin. Going back to his days at Baylor, he had a number of run-ins. And that time you talked about it, Tim. After he made the 3, he was talking junk to Morris. That time Morris set a screen. Sohan kind of pulled him into him, pulled him down to try and draw the foul. Markieff Morris took exception, and they had to be separated. Sohan pulled Morris down with him after he was knocked down on the Morris when he was coming over to set a screen. Morris did give him a little extra with the shoulder.
Yeah.
So the officials may look at this before they levy out any punishment right now. But Sohan definitely pulled Morris to the ground after the contact.
Yeah, absolutely. But there was a little extra from Morris, and I'm telling you, this thing was going on up the floor as they were talking junk back and forth to each other.
It's a Sohan. If anybody watched, and I was paying a lot of attention to this game because my son's a big UNC fan, and we were watching it together last year. But in the NCAA tournament, when Baylor played North Carolina, and Baylor made this huge comeback, and
that's right.
Almost beat North Carolina. Sohan had a number of plays which you could say were dirty plays in that game, and that was his reputation in college. I'm not saying he's necessarily a dirty player, but he seems to be involved in a lot of these type of things.
Well, you talk to him.
And when you're talking about it going against a Morris brother, that's a volatile combination.
Yeah, that's right. And, well, you compared him to Rodman in the beginning of the game, and that's exactly what Rodman would do, try to get underneath people's skin. And here he is having the nerve to make a couple of threes tonight, so he's feeling awful good about himself. Markieff
Morris gave him a shot.
Yeah, he sure did.
But you talked about it. It was, Sohan was talking a little junk after that last 3, and that was probably why Morris said, I'm going to take an opportunity right now, if I can, when I get a screen. And listen, I think Morris may deserve a little punishment here, and I think maybe double technicals against the Bolton.
The Nets need a little Markieff Morris in their world right now, don't they? A little fired up to play, and
you mentioned Sohan, though, that I made the Rodman comparison because they play similar style, and I mean the look.
Yes.
Remember when Rodman played for the Spurs? I believe he wore number 10.
Yeah.
And he would have that hair where he dyed it blonde, and they would have splotches in the hair, different colors. And Sohan has that same thing. He's dyed his hair blonde, and he's got stars made out of different colors all splotched in his head. I would think it's an homage. If it's not, it's a heck of a coincidence.
And he plays very, very similar.
Yeah.
With the three-point shot, he's a modern Rodman. And he hasn't shot the 3 great, but he's shown it tonight.
Yeah, he's not shying away from it. Well, right now, the officials taking a long look at this one. John Goebel and Marat Kogut with the headset on. The Nets right now trail 39-34 with 5:04 to go in the second quarter.
Curious how this one will come out.
I'm going to guess they're going to call an illegal an offensive foul against Morris and a technical against Sohan. That's going to be I'm going to throw that out there.
You're going to throw that out there? Yeah, possible flagrant on Morris?
We'll hear the PA now. We'll actually hear John Goebel tell us right now.
Upon review, after the offensive foul is called on Morris, we have a flagrant foul penalty one on Sohan for the unnecessary takedown of Morris. During the altercation after the fact, there was a dead ball contact by Morris with the Victor Collins. A technical foul has been assessed for Morris. As a result, we'll play San Antonio, which is one free throw. Then Morris will have 2 free throws to shoot the ball for the flagrant foul penalty one, followed by Brooklyn having the ball.
All right. That's a good explanation by John Goebel. It went one extra from what I had said. So they both get technicals, and Morris gets the offensive foul. But now,
there's a flagrant.
So a flagrant foul against Morris, and then a technical against Sohan for taking him down, and then Morris got a technical for going after Sohan. Now, they said Morris going to get free throws. I don't think Morris.
I don't. It seems like Sohan might get the extra free throw.
Following the foul, a flagrant foul on San Antonio's number 10, Jeremy Sohan.
So Sohan got the flagrant one. That's what it is. So they call a foul on Sohan for bringing down Morris, and it's flagrant. And then a technical on Morris. And an offensive foul
on Morris.
So this will result in a Spurs free throw for the technical.
Well, Sohan and Morris are hanging out close to each other right now.
Still talking
a little bit.
Keldon Johnson will attempt the free throw for the Spurs. By himself at the line, he's short, no good. Morris will go to the line. He's going to get 2 free throws, and then the Nets will get the ball. First one on the way is good. Standing by himself at the line. No one lining up along the paint. Free throw on the way is good, and now the Nets will have the ball.
And take the ball at the basket right now, because you'll get the quickest foul call that you could imagine. The referees are going to want to take quick control of this game.
5 minutes to go in the second. 39-36 San Antonio. Nets have been down by as much as 14 in this game. Inbound to Simmons, out top. Simmons playing with 4 reserves. Nets without Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant tonight. On the left side, Cam Thomas. Played by Sohan. Takes it past him in the lane with a floater, and it's good. And the Nets have cut the Spurs lead down to 1.
The scoring ability of Cam Thomas that everybody's been talking about. Maybe the Nets would put on display today.
4:40 left in the second. Collins top of the key. Hands back for Sohan. Coming left, runs into Morris, and a blocking foul. Score the bucket. He banked it in. And Sohan with a chance at a 3-point play.
And gives a little smile to Markieff Morris. Well, I thought Morris had position.
Maybe got there a tad late.
I don't know about that. The gather.
Morris was definitely outside the restricted area, set his feet, and Sohan ran into him. So Sohan
a challenge by Jacques Vaughn right now.
Coach's challenge and challenging the defensive foul call on the floor.
All right, so they'll challenge that it was a foul on Morris, and we'll take a break with the Nets down 41-38. 4:35 to go in the second. And we're back right after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
If you drove a 2023 Nissan Rogue with available all-wheel drive and 5 drive modes, going out for dinner with the family could take you to the great outdoors. But in a basic SUV, family outings might be a little predictable.
Welcome to Basic Town Burgers, home of the Basic Town Burger.
So why settle for ordinary when you could satisfy your taste for adventure? The Nissan Rogue. Far from basic.
Get 1.9% APR financing for 36 months on Rogue. Availability is limited. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. For well-qualified buyers, 1.9% APR financing for 36 months available on new 2023 Rogue when financed through NMAC. Must take delivery from new dealer stock. Example, 36 months financing at $28.60 a month per $1,000 financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions. Subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect price set by dealer. Dealer sets actual price. Contact dealer for details. Offer ends 1/31/23.
Looking for a new set of Michelin winter tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get them at the guaranteed lowest price. Michelin Cross Climate tires offer a design that delivers an exceptional level of long-lasting performance throughout the tire's lifespan. And at Town Fair, you'll enjoy more free services for life on your Michelin tires than anywhere else. With a guaranteed lowest price and the most free services for life, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Experience the future of connectivity with Spectrum One. You get Spectrum Internet delivering the fastest speeds in the nation for $49.99 a month. Advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security, free for 12 months. And a Spectrum mobile line with unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G, free for 12 months. That's Spectrum One. Visit Spectrum.com or your local Spectrum store today. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Hi, this is Paddy Mills, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
Nets lose the challenge. Sohan at the line makes the free throw. Completes a three-point play. San Antonio with a 42-38 lead. 4:34 to go in the second quarter in San Antonio. Cam Thomas up top for Brooklyn. Charging right down the lane. Tough floater. Good, and he got fouled by Zach Collins. Cam Thomas will go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Excellent job. Gets it up top and immediately just attacks with a burst of speed, and he is strong in the air. Physicality about him, goes into contact, draws foul, and just has that great knack to score.
Thomas free throw on the way is no good. Tipped in by Markieff Morris, and the game is tied at 42 with 4:20 left in the second. Sohan for the Spurs, working right, cut off with the elbow, back it out for Richardson. Richardson behind the arc of the right wing, snaps it up top for McDermott. Feeds left elbow to Collins, back to the basket, turns, faces up. Goes spinning on Morris, dotted line, fade away, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Simmons. Nets and White going left to right, middle of front court. Simmons leaves it back for Harris. Back to Simmons in the foul line. Simmons got poked in the eye by McDermott, and a foul on Doug McDermott. That'll be his second. Simmons got hit in the face. He'll shake it off and go to the free throw line right now because the Spurs are over the limit. Actually, it wasn't in the eye. He got him in the chin.
Yeah, Simmons, if he can convert free throws right now, big part. Obviously, a big story of his recent time in basketball.
41% from the line. Free throw on the way is good.
Number 33, Trey Jones in for Doug McDermott.
The 20th made free throw of the year for Simmons in 47 attempts. Second is up and bouncing around, and he gets the roll.
Shooter's
touch. Yeah. That's with the 26-11 spurt here over the last 6 minutes. Their first lead since it was 2-0. Trey Jones up top. Gives left. Keldon Johnson, baseline, got tied up, but a foul. Going to go against Cam Thomas here.
Cam Thomas is first. 14 foul.
When you watch Cam Thomas, Tim, defensively,
yeah,
what do you think he needs to do to work himself into the good graces of the coaching staff where they can trust him to put him out there? Because you know he can score, but what can he do? What does he need to do better on the defensive end?
Well,
the free throw is good by Keldon Johnson.
Like everybody in the NBA, can he get to understand how to contain the dribble better? I mean, it's all about he gets beat off the dribble. You know, obviously there's communication, there's help, there's all that. But NBA basketball is about, again, getting into the paint He's got to contain the dribble better.
Free throw is good.
But you know something? I'm an offensive guy, and you figure out how to play defense. You know what I mean? Like, you got to find ways or put him on a weaker offensive player. Scoring is hard. He can do it.
Thomas, dotted line, pull up. Good, and he got fouled right there on cue. And Cam Thomas will attempt a three-point play opportunity here. As the Nets have come back from 14 down to take the lead here in the second. Sohan got him from behind.
This is what the Nets need. This is what fans were talking about and articles are written about. Will Cam Thomas get an opportunity? He's getting it. He's making the most of it right now. Playing well.
Without Kyrie Irving tonight, free throw good. Nets their largest lead. It's 4. 3:24 to go in the second quarter. 31-11 spurt here for Brooklyn. And now an offensive foul against San Antonio. It's on Zach Collins. And that'll turn it over to Brooklyn. Short term, the Nets on an 8-0 run right now.
Yeah, let's see if Thomas gets the ball in his hands right now.
Simmons out top. Curry in the game. Simmons working into the paint. Turns, left hook, slipped out of his hands. And then the outlet by Collins, stolen though by Thomas. Thomas around the defender, driving, got in the air, went around Collins in midair and laid it in.
Are you kidding me? You knew when he was going to get this opportunity to make the most of it, and he's getting it done.
Cam Thomas with 7. Jones left corner 3 for the Spurs, no good. Rebound corralled by Simmons. Takes off left to right into the front court. Simmons looking around. Out of the right side behind the arc. Played by Richardson, hands back Curry. Works left into Jones, kick it out top. Thomas on the drive, into a crowd with a floater. It's sitting on the rim and it comes off no good. Rebounded by Branham. Branham ahead now to Richardson. Richardson to the foul line. Richardson out of the right to Branham in the corner for 3. No good. Rebounded by Curry.
Talking about Cam Thomas, he gets anywhere he wants on the floor. You don't think of him as being an incredibly fast player. He can get into the paint at will.
Simmons out top, played by Trey Jones. Moves it right. Morris in the corner. 3 on the way, no good. Rebounded on the weak side by Keldon Johnson. Minute 50 to go before halftime as Simmons run into by Collins away from the play, and a foul on Zach Collins. An offensive foul will turn it over to Brooklyn as the Nets have turned this game around here late in the second quarter.
Terrific. I mean, obviously the bench points are outstanding right now. Do the math right now. It might take me a while.
The Nets were down 31-17 here in the quarter at one point. And now lead 49-44 with a minute 50 to go in the second.
That's taking care of the basketball. I mean, the Spurs have turned it over this quarter. Finally taking care of it.
Curry throws it at the rim, broke it up. And a turnover right there. As you said, Branham into the front court. Moves it out top. Stanley Johnson got fouled as he made a drive. Fouled by Simmons. Nets are in the penalty, so free throws coming up for Stanley Johnson.
A young team like the Spurs, it fuels their transition game if you're careless with the basketball. They're going to get out and try to make you pay for it. Taking care of the ball is imperative.
That's free throw good there for the Spurs, Stanley Johnson. Legs wide apart as he shoots the free throw, and it's good. A minute and a half to go in the second. 49-46. Brooklyn. Curry. Out of the right wing up top now. O'Neal's got it. Gives to Simmons. Just inside the arc. Left wing. Back it out Curry. Moves right. Pulls up. 18-footer is good for Seth Curry. His first points. Nets go up by 5 with a minute 10 to go in the second.
Such a great fundamental shot fake, and he swings right into the dribble pull-up.
Keldon Johnson to the foul line. Jump stop. Floater won't fall. Johnson got hit in the face. Spurs haven't scored in the last 3:36. Left side. Thomas, a jumper no good. Rebounded by San Antonio. Haven't had a field goal. They've had free throws. Richardson up top. Richardson straight on. Here's a three. It's good. That breaks the drought. 51-49 Brooklyn. 46 seconds to go in the second.
Got to communicate on how high ball screens that time. Cam Thomas, he asked me what he's got to do better. He's got to do a better job of that and getting out the shooters.
Nets with it. On the right wing, O'Neal. Comes left. He'll shoot a three. Short. Rebounded by San Antonio.
Not a high-quality shot, but I think he was going 2 for 1, Royce O'Neal.
26 seconds to go in the second. 51-49 Brooklyn. Trey Jones up top, gives to Richardson between the circles now. 10 to shoot, 8-second difference, shot to game clock. Richardson moves it left. Jones attacks, down the lane with a floater. It's off the back. Rebound loose, grabbed by San Antonio. Corner three by Branham Moko, deflected off Curry. Whistle and a foul with 4.5. It's going to go against the Nets. As Trey Jones got knocked to the ground. A foul on Ben Simmons. Third foul on Simmons with 4.5 seconds to go before halftime.
Trey Jones shooting 2.
It's an unfortunate foul as we see the replay right now. Simmons going up with one hand, coming down for the rebound.
But you know what he does,
the body swing after the extra swing? What do you got?
The free throw is good by Trey Jones. A lot of times what Simmons does, instead of trying to grab the rebound, he tries to swap the rebound. And that time he swatted and came across the face of Trey Jones. And he committed the foul.
Like one hand swat.
But just
right?
to bat it out. Instead of grabbing it, he tries to bat it.
Okay.
And he swung the arm and he hit Trey Jones in the face. So the free throw is good, ties the game at 51. With 4.5 to go in the second. And a steal on the inbound by Stanley Johnson. A floater won't go. The tip won't fall from Richardson as he put his hands over his face. Couldn't believe he couldn't get that one to go. The Nets careless at the end of the second quarter. Almost ruined what was a nice comeback there at the end of the second quarter.
Excellent second quarter by the Nets. They really started off very stale at the way they started this game. Now, without Kyrie Irving, without Kevin Durant, do you automatically start your same guys that you started at the game with? Or do you make an adjustment? You hardly ever see that in the NBA. Does Jacques Vaughn say to his staff right now, where they talk about the idea of let's not just start guys because we started them in the beginning of the game?
Nets outscored the Spurs 36-24 in the second quarter. The Nets and Spurs go to the locker room tied at 51. We'll take a timeout, get you caught up on what's going on around the rest of the NBA, and a little segment from my Voice of the Nets podcast with director Shaka King. We'll play that for you when we come back as well, right here on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, goals into growth, and empowering our clients with financial solutions that deliver results. Barclays, powering possible.
Did you know you've got McDonald's in your pocket? No, not that ketchup packet you forgot about. I'm talking about the McDonald's mobile app. Yes, you're carrying around all your McDonald's favorites, and with the app, they're only a few taps away. Download the McDonald's app today to get free medium fries with a minimum purchase of $1 when the Nets win on the road. And don't forget about that ketchup packet before Laundry Day. All for a limited time only through Nets season at participating McDonald's. Valid the day after Nets win any away game. McDonald's app download and registration required.
Holiday gifts are only as good as the network they're on. So give your family the gift of Verizon. Only Verizon gives you a free 5G phone with select trade-in and select 5G unlimited plans and another gift like a tablet, smartwatch, and earbuds. All on us. A service plan is required for gifts. Only on the network America relies on. Verizon. 5G phone up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with new or upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for other details.
Brooklyn, how you feeling? Don't get benched by illness or injury. Book at-home urgent care at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand is in-network with major insurance plans, bringing you the same high-quality medical care as a walk-in clinic at about the same cost. When your home team needs an assist, book an on-demand house call at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand, urgent care reinvented. This message is sponsored by Ambulance by DocGo. the official ambulance service of the Brooklyn Nets, New York Liberty, and Barclays Center.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, goals into growth, and empowering our clients with financial solutions that deliver results. Barclays, powering possible.
Hi, this is Joe Harris, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball with my boys, Chris and the Capper, on the Fan.
Nets and Spurs all deadlocked at 51 at the half in San Antonio. Elsewhere in the NBA, it is a light schedule tonight. They're in the third quarter. The Bucks with a 105-97 lead over the Toronto Raptors. The Bucks playing, this is the fourth game in a row without Giannis Antetokounmpo, but they lead the Raptors 105-97. Raptors coming off a win yesterday at the Garden. The other games are one just getting underway in Denver. The Blazers a 9-7 lead over the Nuggets. And the final game on just this four-game slate in the NBA has the Sixers continuing their West Coast swing as they're in Los Angeles taking on the Clippers. Well, the Voice of the Nets podcast comes out every Tuesday morning. That's why I interview it's not just net players or coaches, but a lot of people that I find interesting. And one that we had a connection to is the film director, Sasha, what am I talking about here? Shaka King. Sorry about that.
Yeah, nice
Shaka King.
Great assist again by
Who
me.
I always want to say Shaka Smart, like the coach, but Shaka King. He directed the film Judas and the Black Messiah, which was up for an Academy Award for Best Picture 2 years ago, and it won, had a Best Supporting Actor win there, but Shaka King was nominated for his screenplay, and he was nominated for Best Director. He is a Nets season ticket holder, and he is one of the 10 creators that Barclays Center has honored for its 10th anniversary in Brooklyn. Shaka was born and raised in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, still resides in Bed-Stuy. He was in Bed-Stuy when I did this interview with him, and we talked about initially when the Nets arena and Barclays Center was going to go up in Brooklyn, he wasn't really that excited about it.
I've had a very complicated relationship with the Brooklyn Nets and Barclays Center.
Yeah, like I guess when the arena was going up, you weren't necessarily on board.
No, definitely not.
Yeah,
and I also, grew up a Knicks fan. So
that's okay. A lot of people were.
I was a Knicks fan actually until they let Charles Oakley out of MSG in handcuffs, and at that point, I was without a team for a bit. And then I went to some Nets games. And that was, that like Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert, Jared Allen team. I really liked that team.
Yeah.
I really D'Angelo Russell. But before, D'Angelo Russell, that's right. D'Lo was there then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed. I liked how they felt like a team. And I'd also, before that, because I'd had friends who had businesses that got affected by the stadium getting built. They lost, they had to relocate. They didn't lose them, but they had to relocate. And, just traffic between Bed-Stuy and Fort Greene was going to be a whole nother ball of wax. And, I knew that it was going to accelerate even further the gentrification that was already taking place in Bed-Stuy. So I was really against it. But then I remember the first event I went to there was a Bernard Hopkins fight. And I remember going inside there and I just saw so many people from so many different experiences I've had in Brooklyn. I saw people I knew from my childhood. I saw people from my neighborhood. I saw people from high school. And I was like, I've been in the Garden a million times. I've never run in anybody out of the Garden,
Yeah.
And it just felt like Brooklyn was really in there.
That is Shaka King, the Academy Award nominated director. You can hear the rest of our conversation. We talk about Judas and the Black Messiah, get into filmmaking, his influences, movies and directors that have influenced him in his career. We talk a little basketball as well. Check it out, Voice of the Nets podcast, wherever you get your podcasts.
I like that you just are expanding beyond basketball and sports. You know, I call you a polymath. That's one of my big words. You know a lot about a lot of different things, and I like that you're not holding back. You're going out after different people from different genres.
You know me. I love movies.
Yeah,
I love pop culture. I got to geek out with being a movie nerd. I got to talk filmmaking with an Academy Award-winning director, nominated director.
Did you give him any tips? Did you say hey, there are a couple things you would have changed?
I did misinterpret a couple of scenes in the movie. Well, you can hear all that on the Voice of the Nets podcast with Shaka King. He's got great seats at Barclays Center, by the way.
It just sounds like incredibly interesting.
We'll talk about the Nets and Spurs when we come back. It's all tied at 51 in San Antonio, right here on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
You, the one listening to this ad, what do you think you're doing? Cooking when you know you don't want to? Thinking about canceling taco night? Settling for leftovers again? Not on my watch. Just go for Grubhub. It is the easiest and the best decision you'll make all day. Plus, no dishes. It's what you deserve. Just go for it. Download the Grubhub app today.
Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is redefining the rehabilitation experience. Whatever your age or medical condition, Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center will be there to nurture your body, mind, and spirit. Their award-winning premier facility provides you with an unsurpassed level of care. Whether you need short-term or long-term care or 24-hour nursing services, Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is there to put you and your loved ones first. Call 718-636-1000 to schedule a tour today. That's 718-636-1000.
Searching for ways to save energy and make your home more comfortable? National Grid, a proud partner of the Brooklyn Nets, is here to help. It all starts by wrapping your home with layers of comfort and savings to keep extreme temperatures out and savings in. From replacement windows to air sealing and insulation, we have exclusive rebates available to help weatherize your home. It's all part of our Total Home Comfort program. Learn more at ngrid.com/EE.
Are your tires ready for the harsh winter roads ahead? Then go to Town Fair Tire for the guaranteed lowest price on Michelin winter tires, offering shorter stopping distances on ice and snow, thanks to their exceptional grip, along with predictable handling in cold, dry, and wet wintry conditions. For the guaranteed lowest price on Michelin winter tires and the most free services for life, get to Town Fair, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hey, this is Nick Claxton, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM in the Odyssey app.
It did not look good early for Brooklyn playing without Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. They were down 14, but go to the locker room all deadlocked at 51.
Yeah, but Jacques Vaughn said he was going to play a lot of people, and he did, and he played 12 different players, and he got a huge boost off the bench. Guys like T.J. Warren with 14, Sumner with 9, Cam Thomas finishing plays and scoring with ease, and then the intensity level of Markieff Morris. Good boost off the bench.
The Nets, who were down by 14, as we mentioned, they came back and took the lead. They had a 37-15 advantage in bench points. Most bench points tallied by the Nets in a first half this season. Nets and Spurs all deadlocked at 51. Start of a 5-game road trip tonight in San Antonio. We'll come back right after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Ooh, hot. With the arrival of Triple Red 777, the New York Lottery's hottest new scratch-off game, the winnings might be a little hot. Spark a win today. Play the new Triple Red 777 scratch-off game, and you could win red-hot prizes up to $3 million. You must be 18 years or older to purchase a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace.
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
you can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
At Staples, you can count on every project being print perfect, guaranteed.
I need presentations and brochures printed, and they have to be perfect.
Your bounded presentations, brochures with the finest folds, and more will be done right every time. That's our Print Big promise. Now at Staples, get $10 off your document printing and marketing materials order of $50 or more, plus 20% back by a store bonus. Try Staples and see the difference. Ends 2/11. Rewards members only. Bonus must be redeemed in store. See staples.com/stores/printbig for details.
This last year has taught us that financial power is in the hands of the people. Enter the market confidently with Webull, the trading app that is here to elevate your investing experience with access to a community of investors, education, and technology right at your fingertips. Stay informed on the go with the real-time data and market research. Join millions of users today, learning, sharing, and investing with the Webull app. Consider your investment risks carefully. Webull Financial, LLC.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Hi, this is Kevin Durant, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets Basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
It is halftime in San Antonio. The Nets and the Spurs are tied at 51. 14 for T.J. Warren leads Brooklyn as the Nets bench with 37 of their 51 points. Again, though, playing without Kyrie Irving tonight. Kevin Durant sitting out his third game after injuring his knee in Miami last Sunday.
Let's see if the Nets can come out with a much better start than they started this game. Really struggled, were careless with the basketball early on. They had 7 first-quarter turnovers against a weak defensive team. They only had 15 points. They did get picked up by their bench players, but the Nets got to start this second half off sharp.
Jeremy Sohan leading the way with San Antonio with 16 points. Only averages about 9 a game. Playing without Devin Vassell.
The foul issues on Pirtle were beneficial to the Nets. He had to sit quite a bit.
Pirtle and Sohan both with 3, as does Zach Collins. Nets have Claxton and Simmons both with 3. Nets in the white, going right to left as we begin the third. Curry out of the right wing in front of the Spurs bench. Works her out of the lane. Pass across, deflected away. The Nets with a turnover. Their 12th turnover of the game. Working left, Keldon Johnson in the lane with a leaner off glass, and it's good. And the Spurs score the first points of the third quarter.
A relatively quiet Keldon Johnson. He started the game off aggressive and then didn't get all that many opportunities.
10 points for Keldon. Left to the lane, Royce O'Neal with a runner, missed the rim. Rebound on the floor, rolling. Sohan dives to save it and saves it to Keldon Johnson. Bounce pass in stride to Jones. Back it out for Johnson. Straight away, moving left. Runs into O'Neal. Floater won't fall. Simmons hits him from behind. They're going to get a foul here. It's either on O'Neal or Simmons. They get it on Royce O'Neal, so that's his first.
I realize it's only 50 seconds into the second half, but based on what you saw to start this game with this group, Jacques Vaughn has to be thinking to himself, I'd go a little earlier with my substitutions if this doesn't pick up.
Keldon Johnson's free throw is good. Well, you speculated maybe you would start with a different lineup as the free throw is good by Keldon Johnson, but Jacques Vaughn giving these guys a chance to do better than they did in the first quarter. As Simmons moves into the front court of the right wing. Hands it off for O'Neal. Out top, Joe Harris gives it up for Claxton just inside the arc. Hands back Harris. Here's a 3. No good. Rebounded by Pirtle. Joe was 2 for 8 from behind the arc on Sunday. 0 for 1 tonight. Sohan left of the lane. Try to go back door. Stole it away. Simmons comes away with it. Nets down 4 with the ball. 10-4 to go in the third. Simmons knocks over Jones. No call. Behind the back of the defender to Claxton, and Claxton lays it up and in.
That's maybe fortunate that time. Looked like Trey Jones did a good job of drawing a charge, and that would have been a big foul on Claxton.
55-53, San Antonio. 10-20 to go in the third. Hurdle up top. Hands it off for Keldon Johnson, top of the key. Out of the right to Langford. Comes left, top of the key jumper. Is an air ball. Out of bounds.
Nets, a lot of Spurs have been open on the perimeter. Now the question is, are the Nets doing that on purpose, or
they scouted it?
Yeah, but coach, I'm open. They scouted us.
You're open on purpose.
Well, Vassell's not there. He's their best perimeter shooter.
Curry at 3 straight on is short. Rebound being volleyed and taken by Claxton. Hands back to Curry. Gives to Simmons, charging, cut off by Sohan, stumbling, lost the ball, but it rolls to Harris, finds Curry on the wing. Curry drives, dumps it down low. Claxton, a turnaround leaner, good, and a foul on Sohan. Claxton will get a chance at a 3-point play, and Sohan called for his 4th personal foul. It ties the game at 55 with 9:47 to go in the third quarter.
I think the Nets might have caught a break right there. Sohan, he was allowed to be inside the circle based on the lower defensive box, in my opinion. Let's see if Claxton can convert this free throw.
As he's holding the ball, there's a whistle. They're getting a substitution in the game. Josh Richardson comes in. Sohan will take a seat. Four fouls on Sohan. Claxton, free throw on the way is good. First free throw attempt of the game for Nick Claxton. He drains it. Nets regain the lead. 9:40 to go in the third. Hurdle, left of the lane. Jump into the paint, kick it out Langford to the corner to Jones for 3. It's good from the right corner for Trey Jones. Just a 29% three-point shooter. Only the 5th 3 made at 17 attempts for the Spurs. Simmons right of the lane. Out to Harris for 3. That's short, no good. Rebounded by San Antonio. Pass to the front court, Langford. The former Celtic working in the paint. Turned it over. Pass went awry. Nets with numbers. Simmons in the front court. To the foul line. Hands back Harris. Jump stop. Moves in. Finds Simmons. Right of the lane. Try to go back door. Does to Claxton, who lays it up and in with a reverse layup. And the game tied at 58 with 9 minutes to go in the third.
Nice interior pass that time by Ben Simmons going below the defense to connect.
Jones trying to work around Curry. And a foul on Seth Curry. A very choppy third quarter here so far.
Yeah, the shooting in this game has not been, the Nets are 1 of 12 from 3. Spurs 5 of 17.
Setting the analytics movement back for years.
We're going old school. Oh, it's an ABA, 2 ABA team.
True. ABA had the 3-point line. They didn't shoot it like they did.
No, they need a red, white, blue ball and at least keep
Keldon Johnson working right of the lane. Remember when they played back in Brooklyn on January 2nd, they were both wearing their old ABA throwback uniforms. Right wing 3 won't fall. Rebound deflected out of bounds after the missed 3 by Keldon Johnson. Pirtle knocked it out of bounds.
Did you see the Alamo Dome game the other night?
They played a game of the Alamo Dome the other day, yeah. 60,000 people.
68,000. Yeah. Hate to correct you.
I did one game at the Alamo. The Alamo Dome.
No. Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah,
David Crockett was on fire then. Harris left side 3, no good. Rebounded by Romeo Langford.
And Joe Harris. Right.
Langford goes spinning in the paint, cut off by Claxton, moves it across to Trey Jones. Open, left corner 3. Too strong. Richardson with a weak side rebound for San Antonio. Falling out of bounds, tossed it all the way out near midcourt. Keldon Johnson saved it to Trey Jones. Game tied at 58. 8 minutes to go in the third. Jones a blow by, going to the rim, lost it, got it back. Back it out 2 to shoot. Half court heave by Johnson is off the mark.
That was
a wild sequence.
That one set, talk about setting the game back. Wow, that was a wild one.
With 8:01 to go in the third, the Nets and Spurs are tied at 58.
Popovich saying, does anybody know where Manu Ginobili is right now? I need him. Tony Parker.
Simmons away from the ball. Seth Curry shoved Trey Jones to the ground. A couple of Duke alums going at it there. And a foul called on Curry. So the Spurs have it with 7:53 to go. In the third quarter, we're tied at 58. Offensive foul there counts as turnover, 13th for the Nets. Now we get a whistle away from the play and a foul here against Ben Simmons. And that'll be the fourth on Ben.
See, his value, although he hasn't been great, you still need Ben Simmons, right, to make things happen. And that's a cheap foul with a guy not even involved in the play. He's 20 feet from the basket.
He'll take a seat. Edmund Sumner coming into the game. Inbound to Pirtle. Pirtle out on the right. Run into by Curry and a foul on Seth Curry. Fourth team foul against the Nets. It's still 7:43 to go in the third quarter. This has not been a fluid third quarter.
It has not been, well, it's been choppy for this group. See if Sumner can give the same kind of boost he gave in the first half. I thought he was really good.
Pirtle moving left, gives it left side. Trey Jones run off the line, drives instead with a floater off glass, no good. Claxton rips down the rebound, and he's handling it. It'll look front court. Hands it back to O'Neal, gives it to Curry. Moves it left, Sumner attacking. Through a lob, and it was intercepted by Pirtle. Spurs the other way. Trey Jones in the middle. Kick it in the left corner. Johnson a three. No good off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Langford. He puts it in.
That's unacceptable. You got that guy, that small Romeo Langford, able to get in there and get that rebound off the miss.
60-58 San Antonio. Claxton down the lane. Going strong. Missed the driving layup. Defended well by Pirtle. Trey Jones ahead for the Spurs. They lead by 2 with just under 7 minutes to go in the third. Richardson out top. Crossover. Around a high screen. Top of the key jumper is good for Josh Richardson. And San Antonio up by 4 with 6:45 to go in the third quarter.
Came off the screen and there wasn't a body there. And Nets started switching defense, but Claxton was back.
Out of the right wing, Curry. Drives right. Steps right. 20-footer. In and out. No good. Seth Curry 1 for 7. Richardson taking it left. Gets a seam to the rim. Missed a layup, but it's tipped in by Pirtle. Spurs go up by 6, and Jacques Ball wants a timeout.
Another offensive rebound. 4 second chance points in the last 2 possessions. Nets got a rebound at defensive glass.
6:22 to go, third quarter in San Antonio. Spurs 64, the Nets 58 on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
At my age, I never dreamed I'd be dealing with opioid addiction.
I was pregnant and I couldn't stop.
Getting sidelined by an injury was bad, but the cravings were way worse.
Then I heard about 844-REACH-NJ.
They connected me to treatment and I had a healthy baby.
844-REACH-NJ was the call that made the difference.
Thank goodness I made the call.
So glad I made the call for both of us.
REACH-NJ.
If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, call 844-REACH-NJ from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
If you drove a 2023 Nissan Rogue with available all-wheel drive and 5 drive modes, going out for dinner with the family could take you to the great outdoors. But in a basic SUV, family outings might be a little predictable.
Welcome to Basic Town Burgers, home with a Basic Town Burger.
So why settle for ordinary when you could satisfy your taste for adventure? The Nissan Rogue. Far from basic.
Get 1.9% APR financing for 36 months on Rogue. Availability is limited. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. For well-qualified buyers, 1.9% APR financing for 36 months available on new 2023 Rogue when financed through NMAC. Must take delivery from new dealer stock. Example, 36 months financing at $2,860 a month per $1,000 financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions. Subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect price set by dealer. Dealer sets actual price. Contact dealer for details. Offer ends 1/31/23.
Town Fair Tire is Connecticut's largest name brand discount tire dealer. We give you the guaranteed lowest prices on all name brand tires and honor all manufacturers' rebates. We even honor our competitors' rebates. With over 100 stores from Connecticut through New England and an inventory of over 600,000 tires, you'll always get the right tire at the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
G'day, this is Paddy Mills, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets Basketball with Chris and the Kappa on the Fan.
Upgrade your Nets apparel with the latest off-made and Brooklyn Nets collaborative 10-year capsule. Rep the Nets with Brooklyn. Rep the Nets the Brooklyn way with new hats, crew necks, and jackets, all from the off-made fashion label. Tap the collection now in-store. Brooklyn Fanatics located at 185 Flatbush Avenue and at netstore.com. 6:22 to go, third quarter. Chris Carino and Tim Capstraw with you. Nets trail the Spurs 64-58 in San Antonio. Claxton up top for O'Neal. O'Neal comes right down the lane. Tough floater, blocked from behind, and gathered by Langford. Spurs control off the net turnover. 15th net turnover of the game. Richardson out of the right side now for Keldon Johnson. Back out behind the left for Richardson. Back out of the right to Johnson. Top of the arc, shoots the three. Missed it. Rebounded by Claxton. 5:47 to go in the third. Nets down 6.
Got Thomas on the floor again, Cam Thomas.
On the quick crossover, driving into Pirtle. Drew the foul against Jakob Pirtle. And free throws coming up for Edmund Sumner.
Pirtle upset, says that Edmund Sumner elbowed him. I don't think he extended. Seen a replay. Didn't extend his elbow up into him. I just think the angle at which he went up for the shot.
That's the fourth foul on Pirtle, and they're going to challenge this. So Popovich will challenge with 5:41 to go in the third. 64-58. The Spurs on top. So with the timeout, we'll take another break. We'll come back right after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
What does Maimonides Health mean to Brooklyn?
It's my rescue.
For heart attack survival, Maimonides Heart and Vascular Institute is tops in New York.
It's my comeback.
To get back on your feet fast, Maimonides offers a comprehensive bone and joint center. For over 100 years, Maimonides is the one that's cared for, worked for, and been there for Brooklyn.
My home.
My choice.
Maimonides.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Hey Nets fans, from Bushwick to Brooklyn Heights, Midwood to Mapleton, Flatbush to Fort Greene, Cobble Hill to Clinton Hill. Brooklyn, are you ready for your updated COVID-19 booster shot? Updated booster shots designed to help protect against recent Omicron variants are available. Learn about eligibility and schedule today at vaccines.gov. Brought to you by Net sponsors Pfizer and BioNTech.
Doug. Hey, listener. Welcome to Limu's Karaoke Lounge, where Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need, and the music never stops. Hit it.
There's an emu with a full-time job. His partner's Doug, but Limu's the heartthrob. Grubs and worms, that's what Limu eats. Gotta fuel up to save you money and hit the streets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hi, this is Daron Sharp, and you listen to Brooklyn Nets Basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
5:41 to go, third quarter in San Antonio. Spurs on top of the net, 64-58. Chris Carino and Tim Capstraw back with you. The Spurs challenge was unsuccessful. So Edmund Sumner is going to get 2 free throws here, and Jakob Pirtle is called for his 4th personal foul.
You get the feeling the officials are talking to each other saying, who's going to tell Pop that it's unsuccessful? you go over there.
We'll just make an announcement to the crowd.
And then official went over. They had to hear it directly from Popovich. Sumner makes that first free throw.
Greg Popovich, first all-time in combined wins, regular season and postseason.
I don't think they challenged that if it wasn't Pirtle's fourth foul.
Yeah.
That's why they did it, and I think they thought it was a reach from the get-go.
Free throw good by Sumner.
Popovich just being angry, trying to get the next call.
4-point lead for San Antonio. Trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. They've lost 8 of the last 9. Langford will back it out top. Richardson, a 3 is no good. Rebound snatched down by Nick Claxton. His 9th rebound. Nets trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. Losing consecutive games for the first time since November. They've won 9 of the last 10 on the road. Playing without Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant tonight. Warren's got it up top. Out of the right wing. Warren shoved off the defender. No call. Pulls up. Shot was short. Rebounded off the floor by Zach Collins for the Spurs. Racing now Johnson down the lane. Into a crowd with a layup, and it's good off the window for Keldon Johnson. And the Spurs back up by 6 with 4:50 remaining in the third.
He's got a veteran old school game, this Keldon Johnson. Moves it at his own pace. He's got strength.
23-year-old out of Kentucky. Sumner working it inside of Claxton. Missed the shot. Got his miss. Puts up a right hook, and it's good. Nick Claxton following his own miss.
Yeah, good possession that time. The ball was moving quick, and nice delivery by Sumner to get the initial attempt by Claxton.
Moses Malone himself to a double-double. Keldon Johnson knifing inside, gets a layup. Keldon Johnson with 16 points, along with Sohan, leads the Spurs. 6-point lead for San Antonio, 4:10 to go in the third. Nick Claxton, 11 points, 10 rebounds. He's got it high at post, right side, gives to Thomas, and Claxton got run into with a foul on Romeo Langford.
There's been a lot of extra contact in this game. I'm not saying it's cheap, but there's been a little bit extra going on with these two teams. Maybe the Markieff Morris Sohan thing was cheap, but boy, a lot of guys getting hit in the head and falling down, pulled down. TJ Warren, so important in the first half, and he gets some offense going for the Nets right now. Cam Thomas, the other side.
Claxton back to the basket, straddles the arc, hands to Sumner. Coming around him, 18-footer is good for Edmund Sumner.
With a lot of defensive attention going to the two other guys, Warren and Cam Thomas. Sumner left alone, he's got to make them pay.
13 for Sumner.
Yeah, good minutes.
In the lane. Shot rejected by Claxton, sent Brennan shot out of there. Sumner on the other end, driving, and a chase down block by Richardson. But the Nets get the rebound. Watanabe backs it out, they'll reset. 3.5 to go third quarter. Spurs by 4. Thomas on a high screen. Working right on the baseline, and he stepped out of bounds. Forced underneath the basket by Collins, and Cam Thomas stepped out of bounds for the 16th net turnover.
Shot differential is going to come into play between offensive rebounds and turnovers. Turnovers are relatively close because San Antonio hasn't taken care of it either. They've got 12. But right now, 8 more shot attempts for the San Antonio Spurs in this game.
3:18 to go in the third. 68-64 San Antonio. Johnson driving it, runs into Morris. The layup won't go, but a foul on Markieff Morris, who jumped out, arms down in front of him, trying to draw the charge. And instead is called for a blocking foul as Keldon Johnson knifed around him.
It's the second time tonight he's been just late and not been able to draw a charge. Spurs are driving the ball quite a bit right now. Nets got to tighten up their individual defense. Spurs understanding that they're not a good shooting team and trying to beat the Nets off the bounce, and they're having success.
Free throw good by Keldon Johnson. Makes the second as well. San Antonio 70, the Nets 64. 3:10 to go third quarter. Edmund Sumner into the front court. Played by Brennan. Gives right with a bounce to Cam Thomas. Behind the arc on the right side. Quick spin. Right of the lane, got in the air, drew the contact. Floater hit the side of the rim, no good. But Cam Thomas gets himself to the free throw line.
Well, that's a big part of his game. He has a great ability and knack, not just to score, but like all great scores. You know, for a young guy, kid that knows how to get to the line. He might need one of those fourth quarter Cam Thomas explosions that he's capable of.
Cam with 9 points in 15 minutes in this game. Free throw on the way is good for the LSU product, Cam Thomas. The trivia question for you, Kyle.
Yeah, what do you got?
Nets have 2 players born in Japan on their roster.
Yes.
Both are on the floor right now. Free throw good by Thomas. Utah Watanabe, of course, the obvious one. The not so obvious one is Cam Thomas.
I was going to answer.
Oh, sorry. Normally you don't like to answer.
No, I ask you questions. There's Keldon Johnson. He's crushing it. That's off the bounce.
Driving it on Warren. Missed the runner. Rebounded by Brooklyn. Into the front court. Thomas has it. Cam Thomas out of the right wing. Moves it out top. Warren hands to Sumner. Sumner coming right, downhill, in the paint, got in the air, nearly turned it over. Morris saves it. 7 to shoot for Brooklyn. Turnaround, fade away, right on the lane. It won't fall. Rebounded by Keldon Johnson for San Antonio. 2:20 left in the third. 70-66 Spurs.
Here he goes again to the rim.
Johnson, that is. Spinning shot won't go. Got his own miss, put it up. That won't fall, but a foul against the Nets. Keldon Johnson taking over here in the third quarter for the Spurs.
Yeah, he is an excellent driver. He is. He's turning it on right now.
Like Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, I knew. I was wondering. As I was saying that, I knew.
You didn't intend it.
No, I kind of did.
Free throw good by
I was
Keldon
wondering
Johnson.
if you would pick up on that.
Oh, yeah. Delay a game warning here against San Antonio. That's exactly you hear Murat Koga saying after the shooter went out beyond the three-point line between shots, and then he makes the second.
Yeah, remember guys used to go on tour in between their free throws?
Yeah. 6-point lead for San Antonio. 2:10 to go, third quarter. Cam Thomas, top of the arc for Brooklyn. Gives it up, gets it back. 10 to shoot, 2 minutes to go in the quarter. He'll shoot a three. It's no good, it was short from Thomas. Rebounded by Zach Collins. Spurs the ball to 6-point lead. Left side, Keldon Johnson backs it out. A fake, McDermott a three. It's in and out, no good. Rebounded by Warren. Warren right to left into the front court, driving it strong. Cut off, flips it to the wing to Watanabe. They'll back it out. They reverse it around the right. Sumner on a drive. Down the lane to a trailing Watanabe in the lane with a fall away. It won't fall. McDermott with a rebound for San Antonio. Minute and a half to go in the third. Nets down 6. Spurs with the ball. Keldon Johnson in the lane. Scoops it up with the right hand, and he scores off the window. 8-point lead for the Spurs with a minute 20 to go in the third.
Man, this has been Keldon Johnson's attack of the basket quarter and finishing plays up to 20. Nets have no answer for him.
Warren to the left elbow with a pull-up. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Keita Bates-Diop. So the Spurs in the game for the first time. Johnson right wing, a three. No good, it was short. Batted ahead, taken by Sumner. Long pass, Warren juggled it, got it back, and then put it in. TJ Warren with 16. 74-68 Spurs. 46 seconds to go in the third. And now Branham from the right elbow drains the jumper. The Spurs answer back quickly. 76-68 San Antonio. 40 seconds to go in the third.
Now, awful easy that time for Branham that time. Got to his spot, a little confusion defensively. That's a 2-for-1 situation. Cam Thomas loves this.
Driving it right into Bates-Diop with a floater. No good, it was short. Bates-Diop with a rebound. As Branham brings it to the front court, looks back to Greg Popovich to get a play call. 12 to shoot. 24 seconds to go in the third quarter. Spurs with the ball and an 8-point lead. Branham straight on, a three. No good off back rim. Rebounded to the foul line by Warren. Shot clock is off. Nets can hold with the final shot of the third quarter. Game was tied at the half. Warren, a deep three, straight on, no good. Rebounded by Keldon Johnson gets to midcourt, pulls up for the jumper. It's short, no good. And the third quarter comes to an end in San Antonio. The Spurs outscore the Nets 25-17 in the third. The Nets have had 2 quarters where they have scored 17 or less. And we'll take a timeout. The Spurs on top, 76-68. Fourth quarter coming up on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Are you the type of person who always expects a little more out of life? Then it might be time for a new Kia Telluride X Pro. With its redesigned grille, headlamps, and trim, this SUV is stylish enough to stand out in any setting. With its high-end tech and available surround view monitor, it's equipped to make your life easier in all different ways. With its class-leading cabin room and available second-row captain's chairs, it's comfortable enough to have you always dreaming of your next excursion. And with its high ground clearance and upgraded traction control system, it's rugged and capable enough that the trip doesn't have to end when the pavement does. With all of these premium updates and more, there's no doubt the Telluride X Pro can take you beyond your expectations and beyond that. The new Kia Telluride X Pro. Welcome to a new elevation. To learn more, visit kia.com/Telluride today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Quantities limited. Cabin space claim based on a comparison of mid-sized SUV class segmentation using manufacturer-supplied data as of September 2022. Surround view monitor may not display all objects around the vehicle. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely and use caution.
Town Fair Tire became New England's #1 discount tire dealer by giving you the absolute lowest prices guaranteed. And with over 100 stores from Connecticut to Maine, we'll beat anybody's price. Other dealers, we beat them. Warehouse clubs, we beat them. Online sites, we beat them all every day. So remember, for the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Thanks for calling 1-800-GOT-JUNK. This is Sarah. How can I help?
I want to meet your tailor and your hairdresser. The people cruising around in your trucks look like catalog models.
You could be wearing one of those uniforms and riding around in one of those trucks.
You'll be a technician and a magician. That sounds awesome.
It is awesome. Your job will be to make junk disappear whenever someone points at it.
You'll teach me?
We'll teach you.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Hey, this is Nick Claxton, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball with Chris and the Capper on the Fan.
Start of the fourth quarter in San Antonio. Spurs on top, 76-68. Injury update brought to you by Maimonides Medical Center. No Kyrie Irving tonight. Sore calf. And Trey Jones gets to start on the foul line pull-up jumper. And San Antonio back up to a 10-point lead. They've led in this game by as much as 14. That was early in the second quarter. Nets rallied to tie it at the half. But down 10 again. Curry out of the left side to Thomas. Bounce in the corner to Warren. Shoots a three in the left corner. It sailed it long. Rebound run down to the far side by Trey Jones. Nets had made just 1 3 in 16 attempts tonight. Jones right of the lane. Cut off by Claxton. He baits Diop. Turn, spin, shot blocked by Claxton, but a foul is called against Cam Thomas.
The fourth quarter in the last 2 games and a 2-game losing streak has been the issue for the Nets. Their inability to produce offensively. And they've had struggled in this game in both the first and the third. You just talked about it, 17 or less points. Will the Nets have a productive and energetic fourth quarter? Because this is starting to get a little pressure on these guys right now, Chris.
Bates Diop makes both free throws. 80-68 San Antonio. 11-14 to go in the fourth quarter.
68 points against a team that is 30th in defense in the NBA.
They gave up 121.7 a game. Simmons out top. Moves it left. Warren's got it. 7 to shoot. Working right. Into Bates Diop, and he drew the foul. TJ Warren, who leads the Nets tonight with 16 points, going to go to the free throw line. Keita Bates Diop inserted into the game here in the second half with Jakob Poeltl in some foul trouble. Jeremy Sohan also with 4 fouls. Warren at the line misses the free throw.
this isn't a time where you don't have your go-to guys. Warren makes that second free throw, but that's got to do it not individually. They got to play together, and they just got to get confidence right now. But it begins on this side of the floor. Getting some stops, get out and run.
Sohan in the game now. Gives left Collins. Checks his feet, shoots a three. It's short. Rebounded by Simmons. Spurs haven't shot it well either from three. Simmons runs into Sohan. No call. Went to dunk it, and he missed. But it bounds out to Curry. Net's still with it. Curry out of the right wing. Nice move to get around traffic. Floater off glass, and it's good for Seth Curry.
He's shown recently that ability to finish on drives, high and soft.
80-71 Spurs. 10:15 to go, fourth quarter in San Antonio. Chris Carino and Tim Capstraw with you. Nets beginning a 5-game road trip. Sohan out of the right wing. Bounce top of the key to Collins. Collins dumps down low to Sohan. Out of the lane. Sohan turns, shoots, missed it. In and out. Claxton rips down the rebound. Claxton hands to Simmons. Into the front court, right to left. Finds a rolling Claxton at the rim, and he lays it up and in.
Nice touch right there. Excellent job. Both Claxton and Simmons working in transition. Claxton rebounded, ran the lane, and Simmons rewarded him.
A double-double for Claxton. 13 points and 11 rebounds. A timeout for Greg Popovich. 9:52 to go. Fourth quarter in San Antonio. Spurs 80. Nets 73 on the Fan. Sports Radio WFAN and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
No one works harder to improve the health of Brooklyn than Maimonides Health.
It's my go-to.
With 3 hospitals, 90 convenient locations, and over 1,800 doctors, Maimonides is more than a medical center.
It's my confidence.
Whether you have an everyday health need or seek expertise from a specialist at our Centers of Excellence, Maimonides will always provide the best possible care for the people of Brooklyn.
My home.
My choice.
Maimonides.
Nets fans, when decided to take a charter bus, there's only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel has the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been servicing New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premium customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate travel experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call them at 212-206-6974.
In today's world, it's more important than ever to surround yourself with people and companies you can trust that will help you through some of the toughest decisions you've ever had to make. Whether you're looking to reopen your business or buy or rent a new home, Hub International is by your side. Visit Hub's Coronavirus Resource Center at hubinternational.com. Whether you're looking for help on business insurance, employee benefits, retirement planning, or even how to file for unemployment benefits, you'll get the information you need. Because at Hub International, our mission is to help you protect what matters most.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Hi, this is Joe Harris, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
Hey, Net fans from Bushwick to Brownsville to Bed-Stuy. Brooklyn, have you gotten your updated COVID-19 booster shot yet? The one designed for recent Omicron variants? Check eligibility and schedule at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech. Chris Carino and Tim Capstraw back with you. 9:52 to go in the fourth quarter in San Antonio. Spurs out in front of the Nets, 80-73. Spurs in the black, going left to right. Nets in white. Sohan. Just inside the arc, right wing. Hands back McDermott. Working along the baseline. Gets underneath. Blocked by Claxton. Saved on the baseline by Simmons to Claxton. And the Nets control. Pass ahead. Thomas moving quickly to the front court. Pulls up. Dotted line. Shot goes down for Cam Thomas.
So good at that. Getting the spots and having a soft touch. Started with defense by Claxton. A rejection.
80-75 Spurs. 9:15 to go in the fourth. Sohan out of the right wing. Try to hand it off top of the key. Broke it up. But grabbed by Collins. Hooks it away from Simmons. Goes underneath to the basket. It scoops it in with the right hand off the window for Zach Collins. 82-75 Spurs. 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. There's a shot clock malfunction here. Shot clock was never reset.
Fortunate play right there by Zach Collins, almost losing the ball. That's tipping at it, and you recovered and able to score. It's a better energy by the Nets right now. Or they're going to go for hoops here in the half court.
And Simmons, top of the key, played by Sohan. Goes right to Claxton, hands back. Curry a corner three, and it's good. Just a second made three for the Nets. It comes from Seth Curry.
Really good possession that time. Quick ball movement, setting a screen and freeing up a shooter. That's how the Nets got to play.
Sohan out of the left wing, cuts right. Stops in the middle of the paint, kick it out right wing. Trey Jones a three. That's no good. Rebounded by McDermott, and he puts it in. 84-78 Spurs. 8:25 to go in the fourth.
Can't get beat by Doug McDermott on the offensive backboard. Come on.
Curry out of the right wing for Brooklyn. Curry to the baseline, hooks it to Claxton. Powers into Collins, muscles him through, and he gets called for travel. He bumped into Collins a couple of times, but took an extra step. Keldon Johnson returns for San Antonio. Spurs have it. 84-78 San Antonio. Approaching the 8-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Keldon Johnson between the circles. Gives it right corner. Sohan, a three. No good. Rebounded with one hand by T.J. Warren for Brooklyn.
Given all sorts of room with Sohan, and he went for it.
Simmons with a quick spin down the lane to the rim, and he scores on a right-hand finish, kissing it off the window.
It's pretty that time. A spin move with Earl the Pearl Monroe style.
10 for Simmons. 84-80 San Antonio. 7:38 to go in the game. Collins left of the lane. Try to go back door. Intercepted by Curry. Nets control. Simmons up the right side. Simmons top of the key. Simmons comes out the near side. Hands to Curry. Shoots a three. No good. Too strong. Long rebound. Claxton had it. Knocked out of his hand. Scooped up by McDermott. Spurs lead it ahead. Sohan at the rim. He could handle it. Comes down with it. Simmons bottles him up. Pass out of the wing. Johnson a three. It's good. A high archer found nothing but net. And San Antonio with a 7-point lead. 7-minute mark of the fourth quarter. 25 for Keldon Johnson.
Okay, Nets got to work together now. Get some screening action. Get some movement. Can't necessarily ISO.
Warren driving it right. Bumps it to Sohan with a floater. And it rolls in for T.J. Warren. He's got 19 to lead the Nets.
Oh, Warren could be a guy that can play the role kind of Kevin Durant. That time he got it and made a play all by himself.
Spurs by 5, 6.5 to go in the fourth. To the right side, Keldon Johnson spin out, going inside. Rejected on a dunk attempt by Claxton. Nets the other way. Simmons in the middle. Out to the wing. Thomas driving along the left baseline. Teeters the line. Gets inside to Warren. Knocked out of his hand. Scooped up by San Antonio. Trey Jones on the run. Bouncing stride to Keldon Johnson to the rim and a slam with the right hand. And a timeout called by the Nets. With 6:12 to go in the fourth quarter. Spurs a 7-point lead. And a timeout. Back after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
If you drove a 2023 Nissan Rogue with available all-wheel drive and 5 drive modes, going out for dinner with the family could take you to the great outdoors. But in a basic SUV, family outings might be a little predictable.
Welcome to Basic Town Burgers, home of the Basic Town Burger.
So why settle for ordinary when you could satisfy your taste for adventure? The Nissan Rogue. Far from basic.
Get 1.9% APR financing for 36 months on Rogue. Availability is limited. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. For well-qualified buyers, 1.9% APR financing for 36 months available on new 2023 Rogue when financed through NMAC. Must take delivery from new dealer stock. Example, 36 months financing at $2,860 a month per $1,000 financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions. Subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect price set by dealer. Dealer sets actual price. Contact dealer for details. Offer ends 1/31/23.
Looking for a new set of Michelin winter tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get them at the guaranteed lowest price. Michelin Cross Climate tires offer a design that delivers an exceptional level level of long-lasting performance throughout the tire's lifespan. And at Town Fair, you'll enjoy more free services for life on your Michelin tires than anywhere else. With a guaranteed lowest price and the most free services for life, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Experience the future of connectivity with Spectrum One. You get Spectrum Internet delivering the fastest speeds in the nation for $49.99 a month. Advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security, free for 12 months. And a Spectrum mobile line with unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G, free for 12 months. That's Spectrum One. Visit Spectrum.com or your local Spectrum store today. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Hi, this is Kevin Durant, and you're listening to the Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
Get involved in the fun as the Nets take on the Knicks on Sunday, January 28th, a special kids team night of basketball. Enjoy special giveaways and game presentations intended for the whole family. First 5,000 kids in attendance will receive a Nets-inspired kids crew neck giveaway. Get your tickets now at SeatGeek.com/Nets. Couple of blocks this quarter for Nick Claxton. He's now had 9 straight games with at least 3 blocks. The longest in Net franchise history is Sean Bradley with 11 straight games, twice back in 1996. The Nets trail the Spurs 89-82, just past the midway point of the fourth quarter. Cam Thomas, right wing 3 for Brooklyn is an air ball. Might have been deflected. Spurs control. Trey Jones out of the right wing. Drives right, baseline pull-up. Banker is good for Trey Jones. And San Antonio back up by 9. 5.5 to go in the fourth. Simmons top of the key for Brooklyn. Backdoor leads Warren. He lost it off his leg. Spurs come with a turnover. San Antonio into the front court. Richardson. Foul line. Left elbow. Back to the right. Back it out. Keldon Johnson a 3. No good. Claxton right of the lane. Cuts left, goes to the rim, and a two-hand slam for Claxton. And a timeout called by Greg Popovich.
Excellent job by Claxton because he had been setting screens and kicking it back to Seth Curry when the ball's been reversed to him. That time, like a quarterback with the run-pass option, elected to hold on to the ball, was able to turn the corner and dunk it.
Little RPO.
Yeah, nice.
Well, Net fans coming out to Barclays Center on Thursday, January 26th to celebrate the Chinese New Year as the Nets face the Detroit Pistons. Experience a special game night presentation spotlighting China's most important annual holiday. Tickets available at SeatGeek.com/Nets. 4:23 to go in the fourth. San Antonio with a 93-87 lead over Brooklyn. The game summary brought to you by Verizon, the network America relies on. TJ Warren has led the Nets with 19 points off the bench. Nets have 50 of their 87 points coming off their bench. Playing tonight without Kyrie Irving, a late scratch because of a sore calf, still without Kevin Durant, trying to snap a two-game losing streak. Taking on his first team that has lost 5 in a row, 8 of their last 9. Keldon Johnson has 27 points, 19 coming here in the second half. He had 14 in the third quarter alone. As the Spurs have held the Nets to just 2 of 19 shooting from behind the arc. San Antonio led by as much as 14. That was in the first half. Nets came back to tie it. Fell behind by double digits again here in the second half. Right now, Spurs a 6-point lead with 4:23 remaining. Jeremy Sohan will move it to the front court, left to right from the black for San Antonio. Give it left for Richardson. Out top, Pirtle. Pirtle coming right with a dribble. Picks up the dribble. Curry denying Jones. They get it out to Johnson up top. Crossover. Spinning. Foul line area. Fadeaway. Good for Keldon Johnson. He's got 29 to lead all scores. 21 here in the second half. 8-point lead for the Spurs. 3:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Now the Nets find Curry at the rim, and he lays it up and in one motion. 95-89 San Antonio. 3:40 to go in the fourth.
Royce O'Neal's got to stay attached to Keldon Johnson. He's crushing the Nets.
Richardson, top of the key jumper. That rattles home for Josh Richardson. 97-89. Spurs by 8. 3:27 to go in the fourth. Simmons tried to bounce it. A Claxton stolen away by the Spurs. 19th net turnover. San Antonio, the front court, cross-court pass intercepted by Ben Simmons. Imploring his team to move quickly. They get it ahead to O'Neal out of the right wing. Back it out for Curry. Curry cut off. Comes up top. Sohan on him. Moves it left. Thomas has it. Whistle away from the play. We got actually a timeout here called by Jacques Vaughn. With 3:06 to go in the fourth. 97-89 Spurs.
Getting late right now. Jacques Vaughn understanding the importance of every possession. Didn't see the Nets in an advantage. He's got 12 on the shot clock right now. They got to draw something up. The Nets some life right now. This Keldon Johnson has been a handful for the Nets tonight. His ability to attack the basket, make some plays, and then when they play way off, he can at times drain shots. He's only 2 of 10 from 3, but he has been great at finishing going to the basket. But right now, the creativity of Jacques Vaughn, I mean, you're not looking at Kyrie Irving. You're not looking at Kevin Durant. You're going to get to make a play.
Well, I'd say, who do you want to have it in their hands? But right now, down 8, you just need good possession.
Yeah, you need a good possession. You need a good play. And you know, I don't think that's what the difference is now. You're not playing iso ball and getting in somebody's hands. You're diagramming a play that hopefully ends up in the hands of probably a Seth Curry or Cam Thomas, getting some screening action, some movement. You have to do more for your players right now to give them an opportunity to get better looks at the basket. You can't just rely on space and the creativity of a Durant or an Irving.
Simmons inbounding on the near side of the front court for Brooklyn. Gets it in to Claxton. Claxton hands to Curry. Curry top of the arc. Bumps up Jones. Gets inside the paint with a high arcer. It won't fall. Got his own miss. Backs it out. Left side. O'Neal a 3, and it's good for Royce O'Neal. His first three. Nets now 3 of 20 from behind the arc. 2:45 left in the game. Spurs by 5. They have the ball. Sohan, hands right. Johnson down the lane to the rim and a two-hand slam. 99-92 Spurs.
Way too easy. Little scissors action off the high post left there. Keldon Johnson.
Inside Curry, spinning at the rim. Shot won't go. Got his own miss and he puts it in. With 2:20 to go in the fourth quarter, 99-94 San Antonio. Curry with 12.
That's got to be sharp defensively. Communicate, adjust, and defend.
Jones out top for the Spurs, played by Claxton now. 10 to shoot, starts forward, right of the lane. Gets inside, swatted away by Claxton. Scooped up by Brooklyn. Claxton with his 5th block. Simmons outside on the wing to Thomas. Thomas cut off by Sohan. Gets it inside. Claxton nearly lost it. Back it out. Curry fakes, moves right. 3 on the way. Missed it long. Rebound to the corner to Keldon Johnson for the Spurs. Curry just 5 for 15 from the floor. 1 of 7 from 3. Nets down 5. Spurs to the ball. Minute and a half to go in the game. Hurdle up top. Played by Simmons. Hands it off for Johnson. Keldon Johnson between the circles. One-on-one with Simmons. Crossover. Drives him left. Spinning runner off the glass. Rimmed out. Rebound and a foul on the rebound against the Nets. It's on Royce O'Neal. His 3rd with 1:18 to go. Side of the bounds here for San Antonio.
Yeah, they get the ball back right now. A reset. They get 14 more seconds on the clock. And Pirtle's ability to be a problem on the offensive glass. Again.
99-94 Spurs with a minute 18 to go. Keldon Johnson inbound for San Antonio in the front court. Gets it up top for Jones. Moves it left. Richardson's got top of the key. Pirtle handling. Working right down the lane. Leaves for Sohan. Baseline jumper. In and out. No good. Set won't fall. But a rebound to Sohan. As we approach a minute to go, the Spurs still continue with the possession with a 5-point lead. Out top. Keldon Johnson's got it. 5 to shoot. Launches a 3 and knocks it down. Keldon Johnson with a huge second half. And a monster 3 right there to put the Spurs up by 8 with 57 seconds to go. Johnson with 34 in the game, 26 in the second half. And a timeout called by the Nets.
And the inability to rebound the defensive glass here has allowed the Spurs about a 50-second possession. Pirtle's ability on the glass 2 times, and then a second time gets Keldon Johnson the open 3, and he knocks it down.
Keldon Johnson, a member of the U.S. Olympic team in Tokyo, won a gold medal with that group with his head coach, Greg Popovich, who was the head coach of that team. A guy who is in his 4th year out of Kentucky. A couple of years ago, averaged 13 a game. Last year, 17 a game. This year, 21 a game. And with a team-high 34 tonight, with 10 rebounds and 3 steals to boot. One of the rising young stars at 23 years old. Keldon Johnson leading San Antonio, trying to end their 5-game losing streak. Nets in danger of losing a 3rd in a row. 57 seconds to go. Spurs lead by 8. Simmons inbounds near corner. Curry along the baseline. Nice one up and in. With 53 seconds to go. 6-point lead for the Spurs.
Nets can play it straight up. They're extending the pressure.
And Greg Popovich used a timeout. Against that full court pressure, both teams down to 1 timeout remaining. Both teams, well, I should say, the Spurs in the bonus. San Antonio themselves have a foul to give.
Follow us on social media. Season presented by HEB.
Right now, the Nets have 53.6 seconds to go. Down by 6, San Antonio will have the ball.
Up in front of Damian Lillard. Has it on the half mark, feeds Jokic, who had 21 in the first half. Now to Murray, back to Jokic in the break. Spins around Dame, cross-court pass.
Let's playing again without Kyrie Irving tonight, and without Kevin Durant. Now inbounding the ball will be Richardson, having trouble, and an offensive foul here is called against San Antonio. They get it on Trey Jones before the ball was inbounded. Trey Jones commits an offensive foul, trying to separate himself from the defender. So it turns the ball over to Brooklyn with 53.6 seconds to go. The Nets down 6.
There's a player wide open in the backcourt that time. Zach Collins and Josh Richardson didn't find him.
Now Curry into the front court. Curry who drew that last foul. And now Claxton called for an illegal screen, trying to free up Curry. And the Nets give it right back with 48 seconds to go. With a 6-point lead.
Number 17, Doug McDermott in for Jakob Poeltl.
I did not see an awful lot of movement by Nick Claxton as I'm looking at a replay. His arm out just enough. Extended pressure by the Nets. Going to get another call.
There's a collision between Thomas and Jones. No call. Spurs get it in. Broken up by Claxton. Stolen by the Nets. Thomas in the front court. Knocked loose by Sohan. Curry runs it down to the near side. Out to O'Neal. And next three is no good. Rebounded by Simmons. Spins toward the rim. Knocked out of his hands. Grabbed by the Spurs with 34 seconds to go. Spurs with the ball up 6. Nets have to foul. And finally Claxton gets to Jones and fouls him. And Claxton commits his 5th with 29.9 seconds to go. And San Antonio with a 6-point lead.
Another wild possession with the ball scrambling all over the floor. Spurs come up with it. There's been some ugly moments in this game, but if you're the Spurs, you will take the victory any way you can get it. Frustration for the Nets right now. Obvious.
So Trey Jones at the line, an excellent free throw shooter, makes the first, 90% of the season. Makes it a 7-point lead for San Antonio. Jones second on the way is good again. 8-point lead for the Spurs. 29 seconds to go. Thomas racing into the front court. Cam down the lane with a floater. It's good with 25 seconds to go. 104-98 San Antonio. Richardson going to inbound. The Spurs will use their final timeout. With 25.3 seconds remaining. The Nets will try to defend here, down 6 with 25 seconds to go.
Well, again, try to get a 5-second count, maybe trap the first pass in, try not to foul Trey Jones, give the foul on him, try to get it out of his hands, and if you don't get any of that, obviously you got to give a quick foul.
Nets had won 2 straight games here in San Antonio after going 4-43 in their trips prior. Never was a place the Nets played well, but of course for so many years you had Glenn Robinson, you had David Robinson, then you had Tim Duncan. One of the biggest wins in franchise history, though, came in San Antonio in Game 2 of the 04 Finals. And the Spurs had taken a 1-game-to-none lead, the Nets answered back and even the series. A couple of original ABA franchises. Right now, the Spurs with 25 seconds to go. A 104-98 lead over the Nets.
Spurs were shaky in their last inbound attempt to decide out of bounds. That's going to have an opportunity right now to give themselves a 5-second count.
Richardson inbounding in the front court for San Antonio. Throws into the backcourt to Trey Jones. You got a foul.
Got a foul.
Simmons not fouling it. Jones moves into the front court, still not fouling it. Out to Richardson. Richardson being chased to the near side. There's a 2-second difference shot to game clock. And now finally a foul given with 12.7 seconds to go. And the Spurs up 6.
I don't know if that amount of time, if you can afford to tell your guys who to foul and not foul certain players. Too much time expired.
Yeah, I mean, you're maybe trying to see if you can get a turnover, but
well, you know,
but you don't want to Trey Jones shooting free throws.
I understand that. Yeah. I understand that, but then you try to get it, and then
you can't just like have Trey Jones
dribble the ball
floor.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Simmons not showing. I mean, unless they were told not to foul.
There's a chance of that.
But I mean, there's only 12 seconds.
I agree. I don't think you have the time to make that decision.
Keldon Johnson at the line makes the free throw. He's a 77% free throw shooter.
And then Josh Richardson had. Then it went to Keldon Johnson.
Keldon Johnson was looking for his 36th point. Free throw is good. 106-98. Spurs on top. Thomas into the front court with 10. He'll shoot a 3. It's short, no good. Rebound to San Antonio, and they'll dribble out the clock. The Nets with a season low. 3 3-pointers made in this game. And they dropped their 3rd straight as San Antonio snaps a 5-game losing streak with a 106-98 win over the Nets. Keldon Johnson led the way for the Spurs with 36. And we're back right after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app. Nets fans, when decided to take a charter bus, there's only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel has the highest level of charter bus service in New York City, has been servicing New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premium customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate travel experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call them at 212-206-6974.
Hey Nets fans, from Bushwick to Brooklyn Heights, Midwood to Mapleton, Flatbush to Fort Greene, Cobble Hill to Clinton Hill. Brooklyn, has it been at least 2 months since your COVID-19 primary series or original booster? There are new booster shots designed to help protect against recent Omicron variants available. Learn about eligibility and schedule an updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Brought to you by Net sponsors Pfizer and BioNTech.
In today's world, it's more important than ever to surround yourself with people and companies you can trust that will help you through some of the toughest decisions you've ever had to make. Whether you're looking to reopen your business or buy or rent a new home, Hub International is by your side. Visit Hub's Coronavirus Resource Center at hubinternational.com. Whether you're looking for help on business insurance, employee benefits, retirement planning, or even how to file for unemployment benefits, you'll get the information you need. Because at Hub International, our mission is to help you protect what matters most.
Jam it.
Ladies Night R&B Super Jam, Barclays Center, Brooklyn. Friday, February 10th. It's another can't miss event featuring Maxwell, Neo, Keisha Cole, Hank, Mario, Stokely, Blackstreet, Carl Thomas. It's Ladies Night R&B Super Jam, Friday, February 10th at Barclays Center. Get your tickets at SeatGeek.
Nets played without Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant tonight, and they get beat in San Antonio. 106-98 is the final. Keldon Johnson led the way with 36 for the Spurs, who snapped a 5-game losing streak. We'll come back and talk about it on our post-game show. We'll hear from Nets head coach Jacques Vaughn. We'll take your comments and questions on Twitter at BKNetsRadio. That's all coming up on our post-game right after this on The Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.